Hello and welcome back to Roll the Bones with a continuation of Let's Dig Up White Plume Mountain. As always, I am joined by our seasoned adventurers, Dom, aka Drast Skyhammer, and Rob, aka Spit Take.
Hinges.
It's actually pronounced Spitaki.
Spitaki, as we discovered, yes, Spitaki. Oh, goodness. Did you ask us what happened previously on Let's Dig Up?
Yeah, I was just about to. So, there you go. Go on then.
Wait, Mike. Did you introduce us yet?
So, what
Do
happened
it properly.
previously on White Plume Mountain?
What happened was, Spit Take and Drast had been successful in the mission. And then decided...
When you said that you had it this time, I didn't expect a single sentence summary.
Yeah, well, they kind of had succeeded, hadn't they? They had
Yes.
at the end of the last session, they had recovered the hammer, the magical hammer whelm from the vampiric guardian that had it, and they actually had a genuine discussion: do we go back in? And I can't really remember how we resolved it, but because me and Dom wanted to play some more D&D, we said yes, let's go back in. So we went back
because we
in.
had the discussion at the start of the session. It would have been really weird if we'd said no.
It would have been. It'd be like, well, actually, you know what? I could do with.
We could have just rolled some new
I could do with
characters.
an early night, yeah, or just roll new characters. But Spit Take and Drast decided to go back in, and we rolled the die because having already taken one of the routes as different characters, we don't want to decide to go the route we know as players. So we rolled off again, and thankfully, I think we rolled to go in a different direction that we hadn't been in after answering a riddle given to us by the Gyrosphinx or the Gynosphinx. I can't remember
the answer, or
Was it-
if you can't remember the riddle.
I remember the answer. Was it sleep or friend or something?
Hinges.
Was it hinges?
Was it friend?
It was a coffin.
Coffin.
Oh, I thought that was that was the vampire
it was
one.
river.
No, yeah, because it was something to do with has a bed, and I was like, oh, that's sort of similar to one in the Hobbit, I think.
Yes, it's river.
We got that one immediately. It was the coffin one that we really struggled with.
Yeah, and a kind of river we ran into. Once again, most of the halls flooded. Spit Take used his newly revealed ice breath to freeze them a raft to climb over a hole at one point. And then we came across a long corridor that was flanked by these massive copper plates, and we learned a horrible truth when walking through them.
Yes, you did. Dom?
Did it hurt us? I genuinely can't remember.
That's why I thought I'd leave it, but I'm not going to say, Dom, you do it, because I'm not sure whether you did. So I just thought I'd leave it there.
Mike just threw me under that bus. I feel like there was
conducted
a...
heat.
That's
yes,
it,
it got hotter and hotter, didn't it?
It cooked you as you went through.
It was like a big microwave corridor, basically. And us being dwarves with a reduced speed meant that was even more costly than it would have been to anyone with just standard movement. So that really sucked. But Spit Take vowed to go ahead because he has the more HP. It was sort of just that that logic that led to that decision. He got to the bottom and thought he would try and find a way to deactivate this obstacle so Drast could move down the corridor. Because he's a great guy, Spit Take. I don't know if it's been made clear,
nice
but
guy.
yeah, he's a nice guy. It's a nice guy.
Yeah.
He opened a secret door that his stone cunning allowed him to spot in the stone. A hidden door, thinking, of course, this is going to be the compartment to deactivate the trap. No, there was just a room full of ghouls that poured out and attacked him. All in one go. But they did not know that they were battling a Dragonfire Adept, because then Spit Take used his power, his another newly revealed power for Spit Take, which was the the Entangling Breath, which basically transforms his breath weapon into the Entangle spell, so it does some of the damage, but also the full effect of the Entangle spell. So lock down the ghouls whilst we intercut between the battle and Drast's own attempt up the corridor. And I think Drast did significantly worse than Spit Take with the damage, I think. I think you got a lot more.
I think the rolls were higher, but it took less time. Because I could use some sort of cunning.
Oh, yeah.
Cunning surge.
Cunning surge, yes.
Yeah. Oh, maybe I've got that wrong, then. Maybe it did hurt me more. Either way, it was lucky that Spit Take had taken a potion before he was attacked by the ghouls. I remember us stating that clearly, that was just luck. But yeah, the battle kind of was thankfully locked down quite quickly, and then led us to somewhere.
Yes, so at this point you left the damp areas, and before you entered the next bit, as you opened the doors, there was a rather alluring song going on, to which Spit Take was completely enthralled by. And you may remember entering the room, and Drast, you wanted to check the room, so you convinced Spit Take to stand outside, and then you shut the door on him. Rather good of you. And you spotted, like 2 spiked pit traps at opposing ends of the room. And then when Spit Take came in and promised to just not charge, he still kind of charged.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
You both jumped over the pits, and you found a frictionless floor that skidded you into trap at the other side. Fortunately, you both were able to dodge being hit by the spikes. You climbed out. Spit Take, you just went through an imaginary wall, and Drast, you spotted what was going on, went in as well, and there was a harpy, which I believe, Drast, you effectively dispatched.
Yes, I believe I did, but I think I just hit it a lot, didn't I?
You did,
I
yes.
think you smashed it with a critical strike, I believe.
Yeah, you smashed its ankle, I think.
No, it was in the 90s or
harpies.
something. Yeah, anyway, it was a pretty epic strike.
Yes, you dealt with this. You got a brooch of shielding. You left, and you came into a corridor. Investigating the corridor, you found a secret door, which you actually decided to pursue instead of checking the other rooms, north and south. You followed this dark corridor, and it opened up into a room that had a suspended river.
Lazy river.
Around it. But as you charged out, you noticed that there were about 4 rogues, kind of with like nets and spears, like waiting around the river, and a famous criminal. Do you remember who it was?
Oh, that is a great question. I might have written his name down. No.
Sabluto or Sabluto Sans Pite.
Oh, Blutto, that's correct.
Blutto.
Yes. To be fair, Spit Take wouldn't remember his name, even if...
No, it was only Drast who realised there was a 1,000 gold bounty on his head, dead or alive.
That secret door kind of gave us the jump, though, didn't it? Like, if we had the surprise round on them, and as I recall, proceeded to devastate them with the newfound combination that Let's Dig Up has awarded us: Fascinate and Murder.
Fascinate and Murder.
Yes.
It's like Netflix and chill, but
deadlier. Yeah, very much the deadlier option.
Yes, yep. And you effectively just dismantled them, and a couple of them almost had a moment when Sir Blutto was brutally executed to snap themselves out of it, but it wasn't until Spit Take kind of dropped it that 2 of them were like, oh god. One of them fought you and one fled, but it appeared that he's jumped into the suspended river and wasn't seen again. You then looted the room until about a couple of minutes later, when doing a full circuit, you imagine, the rogue came back around, drowning in the water.
It all
you
comes
pulled
back
him
around,
out.
baby.
Oh, it does. And it's there that we're jumping right back in as this rogue, you have pulled him out of the drowning river. And the two of you are... Well, he's alive, everyone else is dead. You pulled him out to have a chat with him before, but apart from that, that's where we're at.
We've got him.
You do.
We've got the wiggly fish.
The wiggly fish now, Spit Take. Is a bit bigger than anything I've caught before. I don't know about you.
That's right. Only tadpoles previous. Oh, he's a big un.
Why are you catching tadpoles there, Spit Take?
Science.
What science experiments have you been performing?
He'll just like look into the middle distance, I think, imagining some, or thinking about some past activity that might not have been the nicest. Shaking his head, he'll say, this one, and he will nudge the guy with his foot.
You nudge him, and this human just starts coughing up water. God, I'm back again.
Certainly are.
Oh. You can see his eyes flickering to the door that's now opened, like a layer, and kind of a bit of confusion. He's a bit like, I don't remember that there. What? You pulled me out, but
Yep.
What are you doing here?
I think we'll be the ones to ask the questions, Mr.
You don't need to know my name.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
He looks and sizes the two of you up. And then he looks at the bodies of his comrades and his leader, Sablato Sans Pite. Guile Lasset.
Guile Lasset, you say?
Guile.
And, what were you and your compatriots doing down here, might we ask?
Oh, do you... Look, I'm with him. He points to the dead body of Sablato. Was with him.
Mm-hmm.
We were just hiding out. I don't know what deal he struck with whoever it is who stays here, but all we knew is we're safe. We've got enough provisions here to last. And yeah, we can hide. I suppose, is that what you want to know? We can hide.
What's with all these nets that you got slung around the place then?
Trying to catch tadpoles.
Are you trying to catch tadpoles? You're not just Spit Take.
Well, as far as I was aware, there was only one way into this room, and he gestures to the where he came in from, the entrance of this suspended waterway, quite close to the two of you.
Bad name.
Huh?
Bad name. What's a bad name?
Guile, if he couldn't see that secret door and we could.
That's a good one there, Spit Take. Very good indeed.
We were just protecting our own interests. I don't know what deal Sablato struck with the owner here, but he just wanted us to make sure that no one disturbed us.
A wizard lives here.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I kind of figured that. Gage is looking at the suspended water.
And were you just standing around waiting for a ambush? Or trying
Look,
to catch some tadpoles, as my good friend has suggested?
we heard some slight commotion. We weren't certain what it was, so we thought we'd just get ready to catch some tadpoles.
Well, you caught more than a tadpole, isn't that right, Spit Take? I'd say we're more like big poles. Hmm?
Thinking of frogs.
Big poles.
I
The big poles.
don't know what. I was trying to do something that rhymed, alright.
I see. Look,
Bad pole? No.
Bad pole.
you got Blutter.
Rad poles. Because we're rad. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you are, dwarf. Look,
Damn right.
look. Blotto's the mastermind here. You got him. You can take him back. You can cash in. I know there's a bounty on his name. When he escaped prison, you can cash him in. I'm sure Greystone will be forever thankful.
We're going to do that anyway.
Great.
We are.
There's no bounty on my name. There's nothing at all. I'm not wanted directly for anything. I just followed him here.
But that's where you're wrong. You are wanted. You went in the pretty river.
Because I thought you were going to kill me. In fact, I still think
Where
there's every
does
chance
the
you're
river
going
go? What did you see? Tell us what you saw as you sailed by.
Right. This, he points up at the river, is a circuit. It starts here, it goes through a tunnel to another room, and in that other room we've got a whole bunch of rafts in there. We use those when we needed to get in here, and he points to a couple of the rafts. I think I mentioned there was one or two rafts, like against a wall.
Oh, in here? Cool.
Yes. That's how we got in here. And then from that room with the rafts, there's a long tunnel that takes you back here. There's nothing else. And apparently, there's been a secret door this whole time, which we didn't know about.
Should have done a little more exploring and a little less pissing about. Pissing about with rafts. Huh?
We trusted Blotto's judgment.
Well, now you can trust his decapitated corpse's judgment. Because we're going to take his head, you see, for the money.
You know, he's probably just got like a ring or something. Like you could probably be a little less bloody, but
Maybe.
Anyone can wear a
Maybe
ring.
not.
you do you.
Mm-hmm. We intend to.
But I've got. That's it. Look,
You're wanted.
no, he's wanted. I'm not.
But we want you. Why don't you help us, and then we'll help you?
Because I don't have a death wish beyond this room. I know that there's other crap that lies in here. That's why we were staying in here. you know, we're not going to go exploring in the rest of this place and figure out that there's God more that's going to kill us. We were safe here. End of. And now I'm not.
What crap? Tell us about the crap.
I don't know. We hear noises from time to time. Occasionally I can hear what sounds like beasts screaming, which I can only imagine is at the dead of night. But I can't tell when it's day or night in here because it's all bloody encased. I just want to go. And you've given me a chance to get out of here and be free.
How will you get out?
I'm going to take that door rather than risk drowning. And then I'll just walk.
You'll just walk, will you?
Yeah.
Past the guardian of this place.
What guardian?
There's a guardian.
Big teeth.
Very.
No, look, when we came in, this robed individual took us through, showed us where we could rest and stay. There wasn't anything there. Yeah, it's still flooded, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah, great. I know, don't drink the water, I was told that. But
don't drink the water. Did you hear that, Spit Take? Don't drink it.
Okay.
Have you been drinking it?
I don't think so.
I hope not. See, that's information you could have told us earlier when we were asking about this place.
Okay, stale, stagnant water apparently is ripe with disease. There you go. Don't drink the water.
Sense.
Not sure. I think this is fine. This is what we've been drinking, and we're fine. But the flooded, don't drink it. There you go. But that's it. Oh,
you know, if you go through that door by yourself, you're gonna die.
I will take those chances. Thank you very much.
They're not good chances, my friend.
They're
not
better than here. I've seen what you guys do. I don't know what your masked friend did, but he stopped us in our tracks, and then you came around and butchered us all.
Spit Take readies an action.
Okay. Is Spit Take making any obvious attempt to... Okay, cool. So I will more than happily take my chances out there. Hell, I will more than happily deal with the madding crowds from the River of Blood incident. I will deal with all of that, then stay here.
Why?
Okay. What's the River of Blood's incident?
Yeah.
You can give me a DC 15 knowledge check.
What sort of knowledge?
Local. Sorry, local. I read the first part and didn't read the brackets. Probably you used a similar one to identify who.
11.
I'm not rolling. I'm just typing out the roll ready for when I do make a roll. So
cool.
It doesn't have local.
Drast, you remember the name Sublato from previous session, and you knew there was a bounty on his head. You know there was a bounty on his head because he escaped prison. You have heard rumours that he was imprisoned because of something called let me get the exact wording for you. The River of Blood murders. However, you don't know anything more than what the River of Blood murders are beyond the name.
Cool. Were you involved in these incidents?
This guy, you are allowed to do a sense motive check against...
I was about to ask anyway.
15.
I'm gonna, because I feel like I'm probably not going to use it for the rest of the day for this particular one. I'm gonna do the add my level to, because I don't have any.
Well, Spit Take's clued into something.
21.
Oh well, barely need to try then. Ho ho ho!
Say that again.
What a waste! What a waste of a Maximilian skill. Maxiscillion.
Maxiscillion.
This is what he says. No, I had no involvement with that. Quite frankly, all I did, I met Sublutto afterwards. I think he's been, he's had a rough deal. He's a good guy. I knew him when he was still an honourable knight, and I believe there's truth in him. What you interpret, however, is, look, I was there. I did have my hands in this. I was never caught, and as far as I'm concerned, none of my friends here were all caught. In fact, the only person of our little party who was caught was Sublutto, because he up and made quite a big mess of things.
Oh.
And when he managed to get out of prison, we were there to leave with him. That's what you kind of garner with such high rolls against his awful, awful lying.
Did both of us sort of tell that he's guilty, or was that just on Dom's?
Oh, yeah, you both can tell he's full on guilty with whatever he's saying. I had no involvement with any of that. I just want to go.
Okay. Drast is going to look to turn to Spit Take. Well, I guess we've got no reason to hold you here, have we? A fine, upstanding citizen like yourself?
Tadpoles don't do well in the winter.
Can you both do a sense motive check?
Another sense motive check. We've already smashed that. What on earth?
Well, that was against his bluff. I was going to say DC of 12.
22.
Drast, I think you've been talking to Spit Take, so you don't fully notice. Spit Take, this guy's literally about to fly any second now.
Yeah, he opens his mouth and blasts him with a freezing breath, with his readied action. As he says, tadpoles don't do well in winter. He's opened his mouth and just blasts him with a frost breath. That is a reflex save of DC 22 for the first attack of the session.
Do you know what tadpoles do when they get struck by cold weather?
Same thing as everything else.
13.
That is 6d6 points of frost damage.
Roll it up.
Oh god, a bad roll. 15 points of cold damage.
As you say this, it looks like he's about to kind of tumble away. And then the next thing you know, this eruption of cold, as he's then frozen in the spot of him looking at you. And then the ice just cracks, and as he instantly slain.
And instantly, as he drops to the ground, Spit Take is going to be, all over him in an attempt to, search his body for any clues, basically.
You can take 20, and honestly, he, apart from a rapier they had on his side, looks to be masterwork, and some studded leather armor he's wearing. There isn't much else.
Yeah, Spit Take kind of looks a bit disappointed and will shrug at Drast. He had wanted, perhaps, to gain some help from this man, but
seemed like a bad guy.
Yeah, I don't take either of our characters to sort of be about that. They're weirdos, but they're not. They're not murderers. Yeah. Apart from when it comes to
except
other
all
murderers.
those murderers.
Except all the murderers, then they're murderers. Yes.
You can always do another knowledge local check after you've had sufficient rest or break. If you want to find out more about the River of Blood. murder instance, but that won't be now. You need some time before you can do that check again.
I have to look
That'll
into
be-
it, do some research.
Yes.
Yeah.
Shall we chop the head off this idiot, this Sublotto?
Yeah, Spit Take will nod and watch.
Do either of you have a sharp weapon?
He does, actually, and if you don't, Drast,
I've got an Ergrosh.
that'll
you do?
do. That'll
Can
do.
spear it off.
No,
I've got an axe head.
use
as
the
well,
axe
isn't it?
bit. Use the axe bit.
I thought you had like a hammer and you were just going to hammer it in the neck.
I have got a
Don't
hammer.
hammer the neck.
I've got Whelm, but
Oh yeah,
Do.
that's true.
I wouldn't use Whelm for this. No, I'll use
No.
the Ergrosh.
Whelm is supposed to be returned. Just to check a few bits from last time, you would have got some boots of striding and springing off Sublotto. But they also increase the speed of one person, so one of you has got a speed of 30, I think.
Yes, we rolled off for it last time, and I was the very lucky
You won, yeah.
proprietor now of the boots that do give that plus 10 feet.
That's it.
So Spit Take is a speedy dwarf.
So yes, now with Sublotto and his gang of miscreants dealt with, what are the two of you going to do?
What do you say, Spit Take? Shall we take a little slow ride down the river?
You and I can sail away.
Sail away.
Yeah, Spit Take will grab one of the rafts and drag it over, and how he's going to look up and sort of wonder how they're going to get in it.
So, it would take to get into the raft and sort of like hold it and kind of get in. It's going to take a move action and either a DC 12 dexterity check, or for anyone who's proficient in it, a DC 10 proficient sailor check, which I'd argue a factotum being proficient in all skills could somehow convince myself. And you imagine that once you're in the raft, you'll probably have to keep it balanced, but...
Yeah, I could go for a sailor check. It's slightly more likely to succeed, given the slightly lower DC.
Yeah.
In fact, I can use my factotum level on this one.
Which actually means your base will be...
It's 9, so I can't fail.
Oh, then there's no... So if you use your factotum ability, you're able then to hop into the raft. Spit Take, if you want to get in, you'll need to make a DC 12 dexterity check.
Can I roll my profession check, and if I get a good roll, can I help out?
I've got a +2 in Dex, so I might be alright. I just gotta...
Yes. So, Drast, if you get 5 or less over, you anything under 10 is not going to help him. 5 ranks over will be a +2, and anything more than 5 ranks over will be a +4.
Great.
Assist.
A 28 on the profession of
Didn't you use-
sailing.
Your level, though, to get into
Oh, I thought that was for that. Take the 9 off then. 19.
19.
I thought that was the actual roll that I would have.
No, you didn't have to
was
roll
me
to get
getting
in
in and then
because
helping. Yeah,
bare minimum for 10 would have...
I'm with you.
Spit Take, you get a +4 to a dexterity check to get in.
I already have +2, so that's +6 in total then.
Mm-hmm.
I still roll a 2. Spit Take will jump, but kind of like in the opposite direction to where the river is. He'll sort of like hop away from it.
With that, then, Spit Take, you have trumped. You didn't get in. Drast, can you make a balance check as you start to drift downstream?
Oh no.
26.
You are absolutely fine as you go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. You end up there.
Oh no.
Drast is going to hold out his arms and be like, "Come on, Spit Take, jump in!
5,
You can do it!"
10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Thankfully, his new movement speed gets him to exactly where you are beneath you in the river, and Spit Take is gonna. Can he attempt another go as he's moved?
Yeah, keep the same bonus because Drast is still
I don't need
aware and how
telling
to spot.
twice. Hooray!
Yeah, this time you are hoiked in. And yes, the two of you are on a little raft, and you start travelling. And you find yourself going down a path. And for this bit, I'm going to have to merge your tokens because it's going to be a lot easier for me to do that. There we go. And as we get to here, Drast, can you give me a balance check? DC is now 8 because there's 2 of you in the raft.
Both of us, sorry.
Just Drast is he's the one kind of controlling it, so
14.
cool. You go in here and you can see that this is a room in here that appears to be full of rafts that are leaning up against the far wall. You can see a door there as well. Are you going to get out, or are you going to keep going?
Let's keep going. This is such a lovely ride, isn't it, Spit Take?
Yeah.
Aren't you having a lovely day?
At this point, as you've stayed in it for a while, I need you both to make a balance check, DC 5, to avoid tipping the raft and falling in.
We have stability as dwarves, yes?
Only when you're in contact with the ground.
We have made the ground.
You're in a boat.
It's homemade ground. The good stuff.
Drast, you don't need to roll because you meet the minimum
Okay.
hit.
Oh no.
Spit Take, you fall in to the Spit Take, can you give me a swim check?
Is this on? This is technically my turn, yes? If we're doing it
Yes.
from this. In that case, as Spit Take falls into the water, it's almost like he doesn't attempt to keep himself above the surface at all. Drast, he actually just plunges in. And for a moment, there is just nothing. And then all of a sudden, rising from the depths, there comes Spit Take, having now used one of his invocations, least invocations. Spit Take has aquatic adaptation. It allows him to breathe and use his breath weapon underwater. It also allows him to gain a swim speed.
Wow, okay.
I may or may not have chosen that because of the last encounter with our last characters involving lots of water. Who's to say?
What's your
It's
swim
a mystery.
It just says gain swim speed, so I imagine it just matches my normal speed.
Yeah, I'd say it's...
Spit
It
Take,
doesn't say.
why didn't you mention you could do this?
He'll just shrug in the water. And then he'll actually, holding on to the back of the raft, he will then start kicking to kind of like push it along.
Like it's a float.
Like it's a float.
Like he's learning to swim.
In that case, at this point you've got a swim speed. You're in the wall, and you don't need to roll your balance checks. You follow this path all the way around. Currently, at the moment, the room is just a corridor. There's no light really, apart from what stems from the distance. And you see that the river brings you back into this room here.
Well, that was a little disappointing.
Wait, so that's just brought us all the way back round.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go again.
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 Okay.
You also gain a swim speed equal to your base land speed. Its effect lasts 24 hours.
Nah.
Pretty wild, eh?
That's impressive. Unless you do anything, you're just going to keep on moving down the river.
We're rolling on a river, you might say.
You can either get out here or keep going round.
This river is wild, you might say.
This river is wild.
I think we'll just go round then.
Just keep going round until something happens.
Yeah, until something happens.
Shall we get off here?
Let's
Good
go.
call.
Yeah, it's the only thing.
You're fine for both of you to hop off as your raft keeps going around. The two
Just
of you,
keep that on there.
unless you're
Just in case.
There are others here we can see on the map, so if we need
there's
another one,
plenty.
exactly, you know.
Is there anything else in the room?
No, apart from these small rafts. That's it.
And we didn't get a check to notice if there was anything of note in the rest of the tunnel that our stone cunning might have revealed at all, or.
And I can assure you, it was just a means of getting from here to the room where
Wow.
Lotto and the others were.
So this might be, this. How strange, how strange. Spit Take doesn't find it weird at all, though, so that means he won't say anything.
Shall we continue our explorations further south?
He will let fly a long blow of water because he's just been breathing it in. And it'll just spray out. No, it doesn't. It doesn't. I didn't drink the water. I take it back.
This water's clean. It's fine. It's the other water that's
the standing
fetid.
water.
Okay,
Yes.
then the joke remains intact. He'll nod and get prepared to follow, or take the lead. Yeah, let's just go to the door and see if it's open or locked.
Pow.
Oh,
It's open. Hey.
that was my bad. Oh.
Shall we? We've been here before, haven't we, Spit Take?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. Now I know why the riddle was about a river.
Yeah, why is that?
I'm all wet.
That's right.
Yeah. This way, eh?
It's the only way left to us.
This, of this area anyway, right? As I recall.
Yeah.
Spit Take
Yeah.
probably wouldn't remember though, so it wouldn't matter.
Do I need to check the door for traps? Probably not.
You can if you want.
Probably not.
Yeah.
Probably yes.
Probably not. Fuck it. I don't like being the skill monkey.
Yeah, you have to do
I
it.
enjoy having like being able to do all of it, but I don't like having to keep being like, can I please check the corridor for traps?
Yes, well, you checked the corridor prior to this session. The door is very much untrapped, unlocked, it's ready to be opened.
Spit
Let's
Take
go,
will ready
then.
in action.
Oh my god!
Unseen light sources illuminate a vast chamber. A set of ledges ringing the room creates a stair-step effect, with wide ledges leading down into a central area about 40 feet below. Strange creatures roam around each ledge. You can see already as well that 2 of the ledges appear to be full of water.
Can we see what the creatures are?
You'd have to make
Dungeoneering, Arcana, Nature.
it's not Arcana. Knowledge nature.
Not nature. So with my collector of stories, I can add 5 to this. Do you want me to do several rolls or just one?
Oh, let's do several.
How many would you like me to do?
4.
And can I use this if we end up attacking them for my knowledge devotion?
Yes.
Great. So I'll let you decide which one is for which.
We'll start the closest and then we'll work down.
Great. 25.
So, do you want to step into the room just so I can just reference this a bit more and then you can step you out? Just as
Yeah.
There you go. So in the first step down, you see what is commonly called by sailors a hammer claw, and there's 2 of them. Almost lobster-like aquatic predators.
Lobstrosities.
Right.
Yes, its shell is mottled in shades of pale purple with blue eyes on stalks and oversized claws, hence hammer claws. They seem to be swimming around and scuttling around in the first step down.
Great. I'm just going to write on the map what my bonus would be against them. So that's 25, so that's just +2. That wasn't very good, was it?
Uh-oh.
Okay. The next one. Less, 23, my god.
These are giant scorpions. You know giant scorpions to have a rather nasty poison. But yeah.
Okay.
They are scuttling around.
Oh my god.
On the third step down, where you had seen these 3 giant scorpions, you now see 2 sea cats. Sea cats kind of how we would see a sea lion, but as opposed to it having that kind of cutesy sort of look to it, it has an almost feline head, where its flippers are almost looking like claws.
Fuck's sake.
And at the bottom, you can see 2 manticores, although you notice that it seems like their wings are fully developed, or they're kind of the wings are sort of flopped down a bit. But yes, 2 manticores.
That was a series of shit rolls.
Better now than later. But you can see that, like the spikes on their tail, and you remember manticores are known for throwing spikes. There's a artillery effect from their tails. And the two of them appear to be skulking around on the bottom layer. Anyway, that's that. If you want to step yourself back out now, you can. Back to where you were.
As we open the door, do they like appear to react, or...?
No. And to an extent, you didn't hear much. You'd have to do a search check to garner any more information.
I'll happily do a search check. Expect to roll between 1 and 5.
I'll do a search check as well. I can search.
31.
I'm intrigued to know what Spit Take gets. Oh! Very nice.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I read that was the wrong thing. I do apologise.
Well, I was going to make a reference to Spit Take not seeing anything, but actually 10, very normal roll. You see the creatures, but Drast, you notice, especially with the water layers at first, it's almost like the water is lapping against a transparent surface. And you can see that the first layer down here, the water is almost like pushing against a surface. Beyond that, with the next layer down with the scorpions, you can see as well occasionally as they're sort of scuttling and moving, their tails are brushing against something. What you can see is there is a transparent layer atop each of these.
It appears there's some sort of fall of force, or in this case, a floor of force.
What's that?
It's a invisible barrier between them and us.
You also spotted with a search check like that what appears to be a few hatches. There's one in the far corner, and then there's one in opposite corners leading down. And you do see at the bottom, at the lowest level where those manticores are, it looks like a door. Right at the bottom, about here.
Seems to be something of a gauntlet situation. We have to defeat each layer in turn before moving on to the next one.
We fight them?
If we want to proceed.
Spit Take will take a bold step into the room.
Spit Take, you do, and you can't really hear much of what's happening in each layer. You can see into each layer, no problem, but you can't hear anything at all.
Spit Take's gonna crouch and try and like pull up like a loose bit of rock or something and throw it as hard as he can at the water in front of us.
You do, and it goes onto the water and then just bounce, and scuttles off what looks like something.
So it isn't like a wall in front of us, it's below us.
Yeah, so you've got a ledge that you're on, then a step down via a trapdoor you can see on the other side to one 10 feet lower. Then another one 10 feet lower, and it keeps going down. Each one 10 feet down, each one 10 foot wide.
Narrowing his eyes, Spit Take is kind of looking at this area here. can we see? It looks like if that's steps, we should be able to see that, right?
Yeah, so you can see where the two manticores are. There is a door down there.
So there's clearly a door there. Gotcha.
You can't see through the door, but there is a door, and that appears to be the only way through.
That's where we gotta get to.
Certainly seems that way. Is the water layers, are they like full to the brim of water, or?
Good eye. Your search check earlier on a 30 was more than enough. The one first step down appears to be completely to the brim. There seems to be no gap with that. The one a bit lower down doesn't appear to be all the way. There's like about a foot gap on the third one down between the water and what seems like kind of the height difference on the side.
What does it mean?
It means that if we go to the first level, we'll be completely submerged.
I go ahead then.
But you don't want to face them on your own, do you now, Spit Take?
Maybe I can bring them here.
That would be good.
Spit Take is going to move to the.
Can you both make a spot check?
Yeah, I'll do our best. $13.
21.
Spit Take, you don't. Well, what you see, Spit Take, is the second hatch, the one that would take you to from the hammer claws to the scorpions, is here. Drast, what you see is next to it in the corner is a lever.
Can I inspect the lever, or?
I mean, you can inspect it from a distance. You can stand above this level, to be honest. You could step onto here.
There.
Yeah, and you're...
Hey.
Oh. Spit Take, you went in.
I fell through the wall. There's a glitch here. I clipped out.
Spit Take's glorious intellect.
Now in a liminal state.
You just can
yes.
step between worlds now.
Drast, you can see below you, yes, there is a lever that is next to that hatch.
Can I see what it might do, or what it's for? Can I see the machinery?
You can give me a knowledge dungeoneering. Because you're not there, DC 18.
That's good because Spit Take has knowledge dungeoneering. He has -2 in it.
Yes.
It would be better had he not not known it at all. 7.
27. Drast.
Spit Take, you don't know. Maybe your liminal state there is just thinking slightly.
Hey.
Drast, you spot running around a good portion of the room, and you deduce the entirety of that circuit. There are very small, what look like funnels, like a drainage system, kind of leading at the bottom of each one, although it currently appears to all be like shuttered over. You can see, with what's only barely visible, something that the lever is pulling kind of up, and you deduce that this lever is more than likely a drainage system. That being said, with the hatch here, it would be very difficult to open the hatch without a drainage system anyway. So it does look like this would be a means to lower the water, and then once the water's lowered, proceed through.
Drast will say to Spit Take, if we pull this sea lever here, the plug will come out and the water will empty of this level.
You just have to swim to it.
Spit Take will nod
Just
and
gotta get to it.
will immediately walk to the trapdoor on the far side of the room then.
Very good. As Spit Take, you do this, you notice that these hammer claws are starting to just swim around a bit. This one is kind of following you a bit, Drast. This one's been moving down to there.
Maybe I could distract them from up here. Can I like tap on the glass? Ding, 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 and see if I can get their attention.
You certainly can. Give me a... Is it knowledge? Is that like architecture? Or is it just
There's the
engineering?
knowledge architecture, yeah.
Can I have a knowledge architecture roll? I think this is the first time we've ever used it.
What?
DC
Yeah,
13.
I'll to commemorate the occasion. I'll also add my level to the roll.
Cool.
27.
On a DC 13, not a problem. You're not tapping on glass. This you're tapping on is iron.
Iron. Well, that's very peculiar.
Really thick iron.
I wonder if this is not an invisible floor of force, but a plate of iron that has had a spell cast on it so you can't see it.
Why would you do that?
I don't know. Maybe it's magically cheaper than casting a permanent wall of force.
Oh.
Than casting invisibility on a chunk of iron.
Actually, something that for once Spit Take will know about, having been raised up in the Dragon Forges. He'll say, harder to break than glass. If it was glass, we could just break it.
Very true.
I'm gonna go down there.
Can I get their attention or not? Is that what you're saying you can't? 'Cause
That's
it
why we
make
can't
sound.
hear
Audio-wise, no.
Oh,
Motion?
handle animal.
It would...
Handle animal. Handle animal.
Guess they're not animals, though. Or maybe they're...
I mean, animal, it technically would fall... I mean, it's not actually an animal. It's,
There's no handle monster
magical
skill,
beast.
so you should use handle animal.
This is Mike trying to work out how much this will break the thing.
I'm not concerned about that. I'm trying to figure out what
Or...
would be an appropriate DC.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll just wait here then.
Seeing as it's essentially it's a tunnel, it's going to be very hard to kind of attempt to do both.
They're not clever, are they? You can sort of just get their attention.
To actually appear as something, handle animal, then 20, DC 20.
Well, I'll have to add my level to this, otherwise I can't make it. Thanks to my shite charisma. So this will probably only work this once. If it does work. 22.
Which one are you going over to?
I guess this. I'll just move.
If you have my vote, I would say go for the other one.
Already?
Because if I'm going in there, I can go in and probably get a blast on this one and be in range. This one's got cover from me.
Very well.
If it's all the same.
Yeah.
You have its attention. I don't know, what are you doing above it to capture its attention?
Drast is lying flat on the surface. Like making faces and like blowing raspberries. Yeah.
Roll.
Very nice. Okay, so you are keeping that hammer claw entertained for a bit. Enough that I'm not going to... Until Spit Take warrants it as a distraction. You've kind of kept it sort of engaged for the time being.
You'll hear, because you won't see Drast, but you'll hear that, well, the attempt to open the trapdoor first. Is he successful, Mike, as he tries to open the trapdoor? Does it stop him from opening it?
Let me just check. No, you're easily able to open it and drop down a chute. There's no lock on it. But as you open it, you see that the water has already risen to match the level of the ledge below.
Does the trapdoor opening make any noise? Just as a question.
Not enough to alert you, but I will say this. Once you enter the water, you're not really going to get a surprise round against one of them.
Oh no, I don't expect this to be a surprise round. However, one thing he does want to do is as he opens the trapdoor, he'll be joyful. Hinges.
Hinges.
There was me.
That he plunges into the water because he still has his swim speed, can still breathe underwater, still can use his breath weapon underwater as well, so he will just jump in.
Absolutely. You shoot in, and it almost, at one point, once you open it, it goes a bit like a water slide as you drop in. And once you go into the water, all typical sound is gone. You can weirdly see up. It seems to be working both ways. This transparency on this iron. But the disturbance in the water, already there's a hammer claw not too far away that can see that you're there. The other one appears, from where you are, you no longer have the side line, so you can't see from submerged what Drast is doing, but you saw him lying down when last you dropped him. And as you look around and see this creature, this hammer claw, it moves in the water. And it appears to almost use the floor to kind of look like it's about to propel itself. And it's with that I need everyone to roll initiative. Spit Take 6.
Oh no, sorry, because I still have my other aura active. Oh no, that's me thinking of something else entirely. That's me thinking of a different character. Yes, I'm thinking of the Marshal. I was like, hang on a second, don't we have something for inspiration? No, the worm had something for inspiration. Initiative, rather.
What's that? Oh, wow. Okay. They get 10. So here goes that. HC ST. Everyone's currently just down as DS HC ST. Initials are now, as opposed to names.
As long as you know which one's which.
Drast. You can see he's dropped in there. For the time being, so long as nothing happens, if you just maintain what you're doing, then you'll keep its attention. Is that what you're going to do for the time being?
For the time being, yeah.
Cool. You are... Very nice. It's then the Hammerclaw's turn. The one beneath you he's just looking at you and occasionally scratching at the top of its giant claw at the iron as it sees you. Its eyes on its stalks seem to just be eyeing you up, wondering, why can't I get to you? The other one, however... Well, it has a swim speed. I had a lot of rules here for holding your breath, drowning, and there's me going, these guys don't have swim speed. They're not going to be able to breathe underwater. This might be their most difficult encounter yet.
I know I seem super well prepared. I promise you, I had no idea that this was going to be a thing. I solely chose that because of what happened to the worm in that other room.
That.
Yeah.
This Hammerclaw above you, Spit Take, it uses its claws on the floor as a means to propel itself slightly. As he glides towards you.
Hey.
And as he does, it does this, and as he flicks his way down to you, he holds his claws out like a lunge, and you can see they open up really wide and then snap shut. They snap shut with such ferocity that a cone of sonic energy blasts down the water. I need you to make a fortitude save, please.
Oh
DC
dear.
16.
DC 16. Okay. Well, thankfully, Spit Take is a hardy dwarf, and his fortitude is his best save. He has a plus 13 to his fortitude. 22.
Fortunately, you take half this damage, and you are not stunned.
Nasty.
As you will take...
I don't like the idea of this.
5 damage.
5 damage, okay.
That is it. It's now your turn.
Spit Take will see this creature gaining on him or encroaching on him, and his eyes will narrow behind his mask, which will then suddenly begin turning into a fateful green colour, the mask. Like it's copper that's had some kind of strange alchemical effect happen to it or something. He narrows his eyes and then lets fly his breath weapon in a 30-foot line. So I think I can get it from where I am.
It will just reach, yep.
Which is good. I don't want to move away from the trap. Oh wait, there's no way up the trap door, is there? I've just realised there's no ladder or anything, is there?
You'd be able to
swim up.
Just about climb and swim up.
Okay. Either way, I think it's a good thing he remains here. I just get him with that then. Now, that is going to be a cold attack. However... So yeah, he needs to... He's going to put an effect on it, but I still need to hit him. So can he make a reflex saving throw of DC 22?
Oh, he's a big creature, and he's underwater. Oh, actually. No, 15.
So a blast, or rather a cone... Sorry, let's get it right. A favorite line of frost breath blasts forward like a single vicious icicle through the water, slamming into the creature. However, it only does half of the normal damage as he uses one of his Dragonfire Adept abilities. He uses Weakening Breath. Not only do I hit him for half of the damage, so 3d6 cold damage, he then takes -6 to his strength.
Ooh.
Because he's got big claws. So let's do the damage. 13 points of cold damage, and yeah, -6 to strength.
Ooh, that is nasty. So,
Crikey.
I did look as well to see if there was an additional save for the strength effect. There isn't.
I mean, he's already done the save with it, and the half damage, I suppose, is the penalty on your side.
Yeah.
Or I imagine it looks the breath effect is more that the water solidifies rapidly. It's like a shower of like icicles and shards just blasting out.
And I think the central one kind of almost looks like a harpoon to adapt to the fact that it's underwater as well. So it's like a harpoon strike through the water as it becomes real and then slams into the creature. And
nice.
then Spit Take sort of like readies himself because, yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, and one of those went right through one of its pincers, and you can see it's struggling to snap it shut as well as it could do before. Even though it affects its entire strength. Excellent stuff. We jump back to the top of the round. Drast, you can see just about what's going on here. You may not be able to see all the fine details because the position's a bit later on, but you can see there was a shockwave followed by a blast of ice that shot down there.
I'm going to trust that Spit Take can handle it for now.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see.
And just continue making faces at the lobster below.
Very nice. With the hammer claws, the one beneath you is going to do a spot check to see if he is aware of... Actually, sorry, I've made that a listen check. He's looking at you. Let's give him a listen check to see if he can hear what Spit Take's doing. DC 16. He's just scratching with its giant claws at the iron above it, desperately trying to get out. The other hammer claw, meanwhile.
Meanwhile.
You know what? He's you've caught him a bit on the back burner, and he attempts a similar thing again as his claws reach towards you and slam shut as another pulse of sonic energy blasts through the water.
Really
again,
want to stun
fort
me.
save DC. He doesn't want to get in close with you.
Well, he's wise.
Mm-hmm.
25.
Nice. So yeah, you'll take half of this. So you take 8 points of damage as this sonic blast just
So that's
moves down and slams into you.
cool. Nice.
That is all that he will do. Yes, he doesn't want to engage you just yet.
Okay. Whose turn is it, Michael?
Oh, sorry. You held that pause so perfectly. I thought you glitched.
No, I was waiting. I was like, I don't know if
just
you have anything left to
biding your
say, so I
time.
was just like, I'm waiting. Is it I don't even know whose turn it is.
Yes, Spit Take. It's your turn.
It is.
That was
Okay.
a
I didn't want to
beautiful
assume.
pause.
Great. I'm glad to hear it. I'm guessing, and I've looked it up. I don't see anywhere that it's written, but I doubt that if I got weakening breath on him again, it would stack. I'm not sure. What do you think as a ruling?
I would argue, unlike negative levels, a debuff applies the same way as a buff. You can't stack the same buff twice. Negative levels are different because they're just subtractive. But anything else, I would imagine, unless it's a different, because that's what Ansel did. They were all negative debuffs.
That's fine, yeah. So we'll say that isn't the case then. In which case, Spit Take is just gonna open fire again, or open cold again. But this time it's gonna be a full power breath weapon. So another reflex saving throw, DC 22 for the Hammer Claw, please.
Yes. Oh.
There's another ice harpoon that materializes in the water and slams into the creature. This time doing hopefully far more damage. It does 17 points of cold damage. Think.
Ooh. Okay. Yeah, there's another one through his other claw now, as both claws have been harpooned. It's kind of half his body is sort of sunk a bit lower than the other, as it did not like that one bit. Is that all you got, Spit Take?
That's all he's got, yep.
Beautiful. Jumping back, Drast, what are you going to do?
I think distracting this thing is still the best option at this point.
Yeah.
So yeah, just carry on. Doing sort of angels on the...
Nice. In that case, we jump to the hammer claws. The one beneath you will get another listen check. This time the DC is going to be a bit lower, so the DC is 15, to see if he hears what's going on. Oh, there we go. This hammer claw now hears what's happening around, and will get a move action, and that'll be it. So 5, 10, 15, 20. As he kind of disengages to sort of glide around the corner and then see what's happening there. Drast, you might be able to do something about that on your turn. We'll get there in a bit. This hammer claw, however, still looks like he's got some fight in him. What's his... Oh, he can as well. Sort of giving up on what he was doing before. He glides towards you, Spit Take, and can reach you with a 10-foot reach as he attempts to use his claws to pincer you. Well, he attempts to use a claw to pincer you. This is... So that works out like that. What's your armor class?
So I don't receive any penalty because of the my aquatic adaptation, so my armor class is just my standard armor class, which is 19.
19. This is done with the negative on there.
Yeah, -6 to strength.
Which works out at -3 to the modifier, and he... What's it like as he completely misses.
I think as the thing shoots forward to like slice with that those claws, Spit Take reaches above and pushes himself down from the flooded ceiling to push him lower into a duck, which now allows him to avoid the strike.
I can imagine if you were to look, you'd see some bubbles moving up, which is just Spit Take laughing underwater. Maybe he's just having fun with them. Who knows?
Who knows?
That is their turn. Spit Take.
You say it's got some fight in it. Like, does it look like it's not actually that phased, or do I look like I've done a fair bit to it?
Oh, you look like you've done a substantial amount of damage, but it still looks like it wants a piece of dwarf flesh at this moment. It's
okay. Because part of me thinks that looking across down there, he can see the other one approaching him. It's clear as day that it's pretty much a problem for Spit Take right now. So, looking at the chute that he's come down, is there a way that he can go inside the chute, like, and still fire out, or would it be a case of once he's in, then there's no way to shoot out of it?
No, it's a person's width, and the only way you could do that effectively, you would have to one or the other.
I just want to be able to include Drast in the fight as well, because it would be nice for both of us to be attacking these things. But I think this might be the only way, is if I can clear out one of them and get round to the other, and hopefully drown the other. We'll see. Spit Take will hold his ground then in that case, and he will just repeat the blast. A line through the creature. Reflex saving throw 22.
Yeah. Again, not enough.
Close. 20, that's more like it. 23 points of ice damage. I was going to say, I've been rolling really low. That's better. Sink!
Spit Take, what is it like as you take the hammer claw directly to 0?
It's got those...
and erase you.
Hey.
Yes! Oh, he's unconscious. Amazing. It's one of those things where you see these beady eyes, but the things come too close, and now Spit Take is kind of inside his guard, to use like a boxing term, and thus can just openly attack him without any problems of defense. The ice harpoon basically goes into the node at the front of his brain, which just shuts off all consciousness in the creature, and it just, like, I imagine like inky blood kind of like starts leaking out into the water, and it just sort of floats into the surface of the enclosure here.
Yeah, it's like a goldfish. It's not flipped upside down, but it has risen to the surface. Its claws just
scraping along the surface
as it now lies suspended in this tank.
And I think, actually, if you don't mind, he will use his movement to do a free 5-foot step to here. No. Can I? I'm going to use my movement to take cover around the corner.
Yep.
That's my turn.
Excellent stuff. Drast, you don't need a spot check to see that one of them is now just floating, just creeping along.
I can't get to the thing anyway, so I think I'll go to here. 5. Not there. And I'll try and get its attention again. Just sort of make a racket on there, like smacking that, because that will travel.
Dang, dang, dang.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I gave you a DC 20 handle animal, didn't I?
20 last time, yeah.
So, go same again.
Yeah, I've got -2 to that, sadly. So.
You're smashing against the floor, and yeah, it's nothing.
That's fair enough.
Back to the top of the round. Sorry, back to the hammer claws. You are at the top of the round. This one, 5, 10, 15, 20, 5, 10, 15, 20. As he just glides and swims down the corridor, swimming towards Spit Take. That is all he can do. Spit Take.
Spit Take will take a free 5-foot step to go here.
Mm-hmm.
So he goes wide around cover. And another blast of frost breath. Might as well. Comes channeling out, but this is infused once again with weakening breath. Reflex save. DC 22, please.
That is a critical fail from the hammer claw.
Yeah, so that means it has -6 to its strength, and it takes 3d6 of cold damage. 10 points of cold damage. That
10 points of cold damage.
as he pops from cover and another ice harpoon rails into this creature, weakening him. It cuts him through a tendon or something to rob him of the strength.
Nice. Excellent. With that, you did move. You took a free.
Yep, that's my turn. Yep.
That is. Drast, you've just seen this harpoon below you shoot into the hammer claw.
Well, I'll just double movement. 5, 10, 15, 20, 30, 40, which still doesn't get me to the trapdoor, but close.
Close indeed. The hammer claw does a similar thing to what it's almost as if they don't like getting in close, and instead they can neutralize their prey from afar as a massive pincer slams down, creating that shockwave. Please fortitude save at DC 16.
21.
You take 8 points of damage as you resist another blast of sonic energy. He doesn't want to engage you just yet.
I wouldn't want to engage me either.
Whoa. Spit Take.
Spit Take is going to loose another bolt of ice out of his mouth. I even like to think it sounds like a harpoon goes sending bolts of ice into this thing. Oh, why am I rolling dice? DC 22, please, reflex.
Yep. Nope. They have the potential to make the save. And
18. Oh, what a shit roll. 18 points of ice damage, and he will use his movement to go around the corner.
Nice.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Nice. Drast, what are you going to do? Can't hear you, Dom.
Sorry, I muted myself because I was coughing. I'm going to get to the trapdoor and I'm going to open it.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm kind of ready in action to try and hit the creature if it goes below me.
Sure.
Sick, so sick.
Shook. Nim, nim, nim. This limping hammerclaw. 5, 10, 15, 20. As he gets into the corner, it looks like he's about to make an attack towards Spit Take. Well, he is making an attack towards Spit Take. Drast, are you taking your ready action now as he's doing this?
Yes. So I'll use inspiration to add damage to the attack and damages.
You're going to need it because attacking a creature that's in water when you're on land, the creature has a +8 bonus to armor class.
Ho ho ho! Well then, let's see if I can do it.
That's from the
plus
rules
5,
compendium.
1,000. Here we go. 18. I rolled a 2.
Oh, 18. Let me just confirm. Got a different page open. His armor class is 19, even without
Not
the
even
additional.
close.
Yeah.
Whoa.
I've just realised we've not had to do any armor class rolls because it's just been dodging.
Water is
Yeah.
the greatest armor class.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, attacking into water from land is
Yeah, makes sense.
difficult.
Yeah.
And if you're in water, certain weapons go at -2.
Like
Doesn't matter when you can.
Not the
breathe.
ice harpoons that I throw out of my gob.
No, they don't. They're not subject to that, and they're piercing. So, as you splash the water, the hammerclaw unleashes another blast of sonic energy towards you. Spit Take. DC 16, please. Fortitude save.
Loosey goosey, baby, loosey goosey. Oh, 19.
Yeah, this one hits a bit different, but it's still not enough to stagger you back. As you take 3 points of damage. It certainly did hit a bit different. Significant.
Which is again reduced, so my goodness.
You take 1 point of damage?
Correct. So it's like a dunk and just shoulder bumps, Spit Take.
It's just rough water at this point.
Rough
Just-
water.
That's all he can do at this point, so... Spit Take.
Spit Take returns fire. Just sends another deadly, hopefully ice javelin back towards the creature.
Mm-hmm.
Why would I change at this rate? Oh, DC 22 reflex.
Yeah, I keep waiting for you to roll the attack. I'm like,
Yeah, same, yeah.
I've got to... Oh!
Oh no!
No.
He takes half damage.
I don't have evasion, so yes. It'd be weird if he did.
That would be weird. 3d6, it means 11 points of cold damage.
Okay.
I want to know, Michael, how he evades half of the damage, please.
He got lucky. What happened is you unleashed the harpoon and it got caught on the floating body of the other
yes.
one that was there,
Yes, that's so cool.
which caused it to go slightly off course, and it then grazed his chitinous shell, as opposed to fully going in piercing him.
You could say that's shit luck.
Oh.
I think that's cheating.
Oh. Nope, not going to even try to compete with those.
You cheating me.
The shellfish reasonings.
Oh, come on. Enough puns.
Enough puns.
None of these japes.
Drast, it is, unless Spit Take, are you moving?
I don't think I am actually, because I like the idea of Drast getting a shot on him.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no, he's going to come after me anyway. But if he comes after me, if it's an emergency, it will give Drast the ability to drop behind him if needs be. So I think Spit Take will remain where he is.
Cool. Drast.
I'll give him another bonk with the Warhammer, and I will attempt to add intelligence to attack and damage again.
Yeah,
As you say, we'll need it.
Mm-hmm.
Even worse.
That's possibly a fumble.
Oh,
Can you
don't.
24, I'm afraid, is a fumble, as in the water, his armor class is basically 27.
27, shit.
Well within reach is the annoying thing.
Drast, can you roll me a D100, please?
Oh my god.
Yes, I would love to.
So that yeah, it is within reach.
37.
Oh god.
Can you give me it's a dexterity check, DC 20.
Oh god.
Dexterity.
Oh no.
Can I add my cunning insight to this? I use an inspiration to add intelligence to a save.
It is a save, so go on then.
It's a save.
Yeah, it's a DC 20 dexterity. Well, it's a dexterity check, but it's fine. Yeah, it's essentially a save.
Oh, well, if it's a check, it's not.
Oh
save.
yeah.
It
It is a crit fail. Come on.
It is a crit fail, so yeah.
Yeah.
You can, yeah.
Not be hard.
14.
Sorry, I'm throwing you under the bus.
14.
Yeah.
On the die.
Do you not
For
have anything to add to
dexterity.
that?
Not for dexterity. I can add for reflex, but not for dexterity.
Can you roll me a D4, please?
Yeah.
Ooh.
4.
You swing and you miss so badly that you fall over, you hit the floor, and you are stunned for 4 rounds.
The question
Now-
is, do I fall in?
That's what I thought you were going to say. I was like, oh my god, he's going to fall down the shaft.
You are stunned, prone, and suspended over the shaft.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see any reason why you wouldn't tumble in this part of that. It's a critical fail.
Yeah.
So
He falls all
It
down the
makes
garbage.
sense.
It's like a garbage chute. It's like imagine if you fall down the garbage chute in Priory. Oh my god.
you have fallen down the garbage chute. It you slam against the sides. You are stunned. You're floating.
Presumably
on your back.
upside down, head down in the water.
You're stunned, but you are essentially holding your breath. Just like. What's your Constitution score? Not your modifier.
Score is 16.
You can hold your breath for 32 rounds.
Great.
If you take an action, you deduct 1 off that.
Yeah. Well, I can't take an action for the next 4 turns.
That's fine. So we'll just be saying you're slowly chipping away at that breath. As you're just in the water. Just like, ooh. We cut to the hammer claw. The threat is in front of him, but there is now a very tasty option possibly next to him. So I'm going to do a roll.
Yep.
Odds, he will go for Spit Take. Even, he will go for Drast. Drast, I'm so sorry.
It makes sense. When food drops into you...
You're only stunned, you're not helpless, so it's not like he's going to auto crit
you can
so.
still defend yourself. He's going to attempt... He's going to attempt to attack you with his claw.
-6 to his strength.
Yep. So this comes with a -3 to the attack. What's your AC at this point?
So it's 17, but I don't know if that's affected for being stunned.
You are, by all intents and purposes, prone, so we'll say it's -4.
13 it is.
13. As he goes to try and pincer your head. That's what he does.
This is his head.
Well, his head's the thing in the water.
Oh God!
He does. A much weakened, or Maximilian damage, even with weakened strength. 7 points of damage against your head as he squeezes in.
You just see bubbles go.
Oh God!
And then, because he's hit, he can make an automatic grapple check against you.
Great.
Now, your grapple check underwater.
I don't think I can. If I'm stunned, I can't take action, so I don't feel like I can grapple back. That feels.
That's very honest of you.
You also can defend yourself while stunned.
Yeah.
So it's how you interpret that, really, I suppose.
Yeah.
You get a bonus against being stunned anyway. I think that should be enough, surely. You get a bonus to attack someone that's stunned, I believe.
Yeah, I'll say you can
So that should
attempt to, like, because you're like, no. So I'll say
No.
you're trying to stop him from clamping down on your head. This comes at a -2.
16.
And this is reduced as well.
It sure is.
It's pretty good, but it's not as good as it could be. Oh, that! If it wasn't for Spit Take, that would have beaten you.
Easily, yeah.
So you can, the 3 modifier would have been enough to beat that if it was. You have Spit Take to thank for not taking even more damage, as he's unable to as his claw snaps shut. Your head kind of just, you're able to slide your head out like, whoa, as you're stunned. That is its turn. Spit Take. You've just seen this hammer claw. You've just seen Drast's head just appear like.
Yeah, just and then clamp straight on him. Yeah, Spit Take sees the opportunity is there for him to strike. I don't imagine I get a flanking bonus. So, I keep forgetting it's a save, for God's sake. Mm-hmm. 22, please. Reflex.
Oh, not enough.
Right. In that case, he takes the full whacko. That is a further 66 cold damage. 22 points of cold damage.
What does Drast see as Spit Take kills and harpoons the next catch of the day?
That's it's the claw's gone on to Drast and then released, and Drast just sees a bolt of ice just slam through the thing and pins it to the wall, sending it floating away. Frozen blood in its trail.
Excellent. And with that, one of them lies floating, just
brain dead, but
yeah, for all intents and purposes. The other one skewered to the wall. Drast, you're able to snap yourself eventually out of being stunned and get yourself a breath of air.
Sweet, sweet air.
A couple of rounds pass. During that time, Spit Take, are you going to Drast, or are you going around? What are you doing?
I think, first of all, he would have made sure that Drast was okay, but if Drast is made to the surface, then Spit Take will know he can get to that lever, and he can take his sweet time with it, because 24 hours, baby. So,
In fact, the Spit Take just walk around.
Yeah, he'll sonic it in the aquatic zone, the labyrinth. And eventually he will get to around here, I suppose, and we'll look at that lever.
Yeah, you give the lever a... It's a bit resistant.
Yeah, he has to kick off the walls to try and like push it down, I imagine. Yeah.
And you notice Drast, it takes about 5 rounds, almost 30 seconds for this water to fully lower. It doesn't seem to go into any of the other...
Damn, I wanted to drown the manticores with it.
It doesn't seem to drop into any of the other levels, but what it does is it just seems to lower where you are to the point that the water then is completely gone, opening up a chute where Spit Take is at the other end of the passage. And I think there is a good point to take a quick break to grab some drinks, and we can pop right back in a couple of minutes.
It won't make any difference.
And with that, we are back.
That's our games. It won't make any difference.
Doesn't change anything.
No, it doesn't.
My experience is just as good without the stupid music.
Well, pity. However, for you, dear viewers, we bring back our attention to this inverted ziggurat where one layer down, the hammer claws now, one of them has been impaled to the wall. The other one is lying completely motionless on the stone floor after Spit Take had drained all the water from this layer. A chute now stands before him.
Or as Drast would say, a darn shoot.
Oh dear.
Spit Take is going to look very pleased with himself with pulling the lever.
Well done.
He's also equally pleased that he stumbled upon a catchphrase, that being hinges, that is something that he'll be able to refer to quite a lot because you always run into doors in dungeons, so he'll never be short of an opportunity to use it. So he's quite pleased about that as well. And he'll look.
I'm assuming we're out of initiative.
Oh yeah,
you are, yes.
Oh, okay, cool.
Carry on anyway.
Unless you were to keep the combat going, which you have
Like
not.
hitting each other.
Start attacking each other.
Well, that would be one way. But yes, the hinges remain in front of you.
Hinges. He will point to them, and we can see through to this layer as well. We can see the scorpions are there now, right?
Yep. Remember, Drast, you have +2 on these.
Yes, I've got +2 on everything.
Including the manticores?
Especially the manticores.
Nice.
Spit Take's going to point to the the next chamber that is seemingly emptied of any substance. Do the scorpions look like they're walking around unimpeded?
They're walking around on what looks almost like sand.
Almost.
Occasionally some desiccated bones.
Do you need any healing, Spit Take?
That's a good question. Spit Take is the first time he's actually checked himself. I think like he just doesn't remember to think about that. He has taken a few licks, to be fair, so he'll nod and then he'll reach to his pack. Let's see what potions we have. We definitely brought.
We do
some
have
potions.
a wand of cure light wounds with 22 charges, so we could use a couple of blasts of that.
Yes, please. And in that case, Spit Take will happily roll up his garments to be healed.
I don't have to do anything with the wand, do I?
You have to make a DC check of 20 to use a wand. But that doesn't scale. Scrolls, they scale. If you need to emulate an alignment to use a set scroll, you would. But for a wand, it's just 20.
I probably can't do it then. I don't have any ranks in use magic device.
Well, you could attempt it once with your level.
Yeah, I don't
Not
think
worth
so. But yeah.
taking that off you. Is that the only time you're going to be able to use that ability, or do you get that back?
Once per day per skill.
Once a day.
Oh, right. In that case, probably don't then. I can use a potion if that's going to be an important ability that you need at a later time. If you need to use a wand again. Or any magic item, for that matter.
Yeah, I mean, it might come in handy, I suppose, mightn't it?
And also, that's going to probably take more than one attempt because it's a cure light wounds, is it?
Yeah, so probably, yeah.
So
probably have to
we'd have to use it more than once anyway to have any effect out of it, I think, given the amount that I took. So I will just use a cure moderate wounds, which I think with a good roll will be enough for me.
I mean, this I forgot to say, but Dom, not Drast, in your couple of weeks away, enjoying Italy, did you perchance consider what spells Drast might have available?
You're luxurious.
Silly Michael.
He's there with the players' handbook open.
I'm going bare bones factotum and this magic nonsense. He's a dwarf. He hates magic.
I'm sure there's a spell that could boost skills and that sort of thing, but sure.
Oh, I'm sure you would think that.
I'm sorry, that's just tickled me so much. Dom, the sea is beautiful. No!
No, I'm researching
my
I
spells.
need to pick my spells.
Oh, sorry.
Just curious. Yes, so
No, I did think about it earlier today, but then I was back at work, so I had to.
The perfect place to consider spells.
It's true.
Often, but not today.
I'm gonna take a potion.
Is it mod?
Mod.
Yeah.
And that
Same,
is me
I'm going
back
do
to
a
full.
mod as well.
So that is great.
Go. Not quite back to full, but close enough.
Nice.
Spit Take will point to the scorpions and then look at you, Drast.
What are you pointing at there, Spit Take?
Creature.
It is. It's a giant scorpion or something. I forget what Max said when he told me.
It's a large, monstrous scorpion.
It's a monstrous scorpion. A large variety.
Monstrous scorpion. That's a shame.
Mm-hmm.
That's a shame because Spit Take then rolls up the net that he let fall away in his one hand. But he'll roll it up because looking at the creature again, even he can probably see that his tiny. It'd be like throwing a pillowcase at the thing, you know?
Pretty much.
So he rolls that back up and then we'll shrug.
I think we might have to use more standard methods to put these monsters out of our way.
Do you think you want to attack one each?
Sure. Or we could focus fire on one and then move to another.
Yes. Well, and Spit Take counts the squares on the ground to work out if we can reach. So we jump down. Is this like an immediate? Does it just look like it falls away? Like what? Are we just jumping down?
Yeah. Again, it's like another chute. As you said, like a garbage chute. That would take you to the next layer. Enough for one person to jump in, not two at the same time.
Which would make more sense for it to go first?
You'll be able to get a shot off.
He'll get I'll get a shot, won't I? So would it make sense for me to run in a direction towards one, so then we know it's gonna come for me?
Yeah. Well, is your armor class high?
My armor class is 19.
Okay, that's pretty good. That's pretty good.
So I don't mind getting in there if I need to. And I am faster. Yeah. I am faster than you.
Yeah,
it makes sense.
Faster.
Spit Take will lower his hand to the ring of the trapdoor. And like the garbage he is, he's gonna go down the garbage chute.
Like
a bag of shit.
Like a bag of shit.
Bag of shit.
He just throws himself down there.
Is there any acknowledgement of his catchphrase as he does so?
Yeah, imagine if he forgot. Yeah, he forgets. Just like, he's going to say hinges. What is it? Oh, I can't remember. Never mind. And he'll
too excited to go down the chute.
He'll remember as he lands, he goes, do hinges. And then he will run into... Do I have to do like a jump check or something?
No, you land. And as you land, you notice that the scorpions immediately sense your presence. Yeah. And as soon as you land, it's with that I need to ask for your initiative.
Oh no.
Oh
yeah.
13 for Spit Take.
8.
That's handy.
Drast.
So ST 13, Drast 8.
Individuals, or you didn't roll the last ones individually, did you?
No, I'm doing them as a group because they're the same. Would you like me to roll them individually?
No. I'll make it easier for you, don't worry.
Just do whatever makes it easy for you, Michael. Don't worry about it.
Paste us at the top of the... Oh, by 1.
Thank you. Scorpions. 14. Okay. Let's see. Seeing as they go first, let's get the tension straight away. The scorpions with their tremor sense immediately tell that the presence has changed as... Just have to put you in there, Spit Take, as you have slid down and uttered to yourself, hinges. This one, 5, 10, 50. Get to there. This one. To there. This one. And get to there. Actually, he can double move. Get to there. And the two in front of you, both are going to go for a single claw attack against you. So, what's your armor class?
19.
You technically haven't acted yet.
I have.
So
I jumped
flat-footed.
into the. I initiated this. I suppose. Yeah. All right. Fair enough. Yeah. I'm flat-footed. Whatever. I'm 17 then. If I'm flat-footed.
17.
Yeah.
I was looking at the hammer claw then, going, nope. So I'm going to move them off there. There we go. So this one. The first, the one to your south, comes in and attempts to pincer you. Misses. The one west of your position misses as well. Both. What's it like? Are you actively dodging or?
No, I think he actually blocks because in his hand, I always forget sometimes, but in his hand he has this this dagger. I think I mentioned it in the first time they appeared. He has this fire dagger, effectively. Does have the magical property of fire, but it looks like a twisting flame, the blade of it. And he somehow manages to like parry with this long dagger, the claw, and the other claw just comes in, and it clumsily slams into his one of his pauldrons on his shoulders.
Nice. That's all they can do at this point. Spit Take. You've just landed out of the chute, and these claws have almost immediately set upon you. What do you do?
Spit Take is nothing if not an opportunist, and he sees that there's two of his enemies in a line. And with that, he looks, and you see in his eyes blaze with fire for a moment behind his mask. His mouth opens, and a line of fire explodes up against those two, but it is going to be modulated with a weakening effect, hopefully robbing the scorpions of strength.
Yep, DC...
same again, DC 22.
No, they have to crit.
They both take -6 to strength, and... $11 points of fire damage. As a single line of heat, like a laser, blazes through them.
Excellent stuff.
Wow. That's his turn. He's gonna... if me standing here will obscure Drast coming through, I'm a moron. Spit Take will take a free 5-foot step. He does not remove himself from their reach.
Mm-hmm.
So he does not provoke an attack of opportunity.
At the last second, Spit Take goes...
Hang on a minute.
Clears the way for you, Drast. Drast, what are you going to do?
Hearing Spit Take's catchphrase, Drast decides he should have a catchphrase too. So he jumps in the chute and shouts, "Skyhammer from above!"
Skyhammer from above.
Okay. All smart, no charisma.
Yeah. And he jumps down, and I'll try and hit this one that is strongest.
Mm-hmm.
He's most likely to do damage for us. To us.
Yeah.
So I'm going to add my intelligence to my... just my damage, I think.
Okay. You've already got +2 to hit.
Yeah. Yes, indeed. 70.
His armor class is 16.
Get in.
Bare minimum, and you just hit him.
Take that, you cock. So that's 11 damage.
Ah, consistent.
Yeah. And then I will use Cunning Surge to use 3 extra inspiration for another standard action.
Incredible.
And I'll
Nice.
attack again. I'll do the same thing. With
6 or more.
Bonus damage. 23! Yes. 12 points of damage. That was... Just shouts his catchphrase and then swings the hammer twice.
Nice.
That's so cool.
Get back!
Partly also warning the spit take as well with Drast's very eager attacks.
Did you say the hammer? Are you using Whelm?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. That's
I've
amazing.
been using Whelm the whole time. Sorry,
Oh,
I didn't realise.
My bad. No, that's cool.
Technically, it's a +1 weapon, isn't it?
Yeah.
It is, yeah.
Incredible.
Excellent stuff. It's now the top of the round. The scorpions all are reeling, but every single one of them, weakened and haggard and battered, just knows like they're just on you. The one on you, Drast. What's your armor class?
17.
17. It comes in with what looks like 2 pincers, and as it does is where you can see its tail ready for an extra stab. Pincer 1 is a hit. Pincer 2. Oh, it connects with your armor, but it's not enough to actually do any damage. And then the tail. Its stinger. Doesn't do anything. However, that one claw, 7 points of damage as he crushes onto you. Spit Take, the one in front of you, is going to try and do the same, albeit at a much weaker response. 2 weakened claws. Your armor class is 19.
Oh, apologies. Yeah, my armor class is 19.
First one misses. Second one is possibly a fumble. Is most certainly a fumble. I'll deal with that in a second. And the tail is a miss. We'll just see if any of these is going to be applicable. 39. I think that's the same as what happened earlier. He needs to make a DC 20 dex check, or he's going to essentially have stunned himself.
Stung itself in the back of his
Stunned
head.
himself in his own head, yeah.
His dexterity. Oh. It's a 10. He had to critical there. The scorpion missed so badly with his claw, its Spit Take, that the claw swung around, bounced off the wall, and then bounced back into the face of the scorpion. So bang, bang.
Oh, wow.
And then you notice it splays down on all 6 of its legs. It just goes kabump. Its tail, the stinger, now lying flat as it is stunned for 1 round. But that may be all you need.
Oh.
The other one can't reach you, but it's looking eager, like it's considering just crawling over its ally at this point, but it hasn't yet. Spit Take.
Spit Take sees that he once again has to leap on the opportunity whilst they're both lined up like this. He is going to then let fly another blast, but this time an unadulterated pure beam of fire, as a line of fire is shot forth. Reflex save 22.
The first one won't. He's stunned and prone.
You can still defend yourself when you're stunned. You just get a minus. So if we can do it, they should be able to be fair.
Fine.
Sticking up for old Scorpio down there.
Well, I'll put it this way. He'd have to critical anyway.
That's cool.
So...
I'm just saying, you should get a roll. That's cool.
And the other one, both of them
get in.
fail.
Oh my goodness, yeah.
Oh
so
my.
a concentrated blast of fire just careens down the corridor. 27 points of fire damage. Get in.
Can you describe how Scorpion's back on the menu as you dispatch both of them?
Both of them. Wow. Okay, so it's the Superman losing control moment. It's the blast of the eye beams that runs along the floor before zip shooting up and just whacking, and it just cuts them both in half. Even their scorpion tails thread open like a loose banana skin as as they are dispatched.
Very nice. Any movement, or is...
I am threatening the other scorpion anyway, aren't I?
Yeah,
Where
you're
I
within...
am. Oh no,
well,
no,
you're
I'm
within
not.
his range.
He threatens me. I don't threaten him.
Yes.
I'm not reaching him. In that case,
Yeah.
I will take a free 5 step. So I do then. In that case, because he might go for me rather than Drast. It's good that we soak it up. Let's go. That's me.
Nice. With that, Drast.
Yes, I will do the same as what I did before, so add the damage, bonus damage. Natural 20.
With Whelm.
Can you confirm?
Well,
Whelm.
22.
That
Confo.
is a critical.
Confo.
Give me a D100 and let's see what you do.
85.
No, roll that again. That wouldn't be applicable.
87.
Primary arm elbow injured, -4 on attacks on primary attacks for 1d4 hours.
Sweet.
Just roll me a d4 just so we can... The other one was secondary, but they don't have secondary weapons because they're all natural.
They're all primary.
Yeah.
4 hours.
However, if he survives 4 hours, he's on a -4 to every single attack as you critical into the joint that holds his pincer on. Roll me a critical. Your
Is it
standard
just
crit.
Standard crit. Yeah. So it's a hammer, so it's 3 times damage. Which means I have to do mathematics.
Mathematics. I cast
Yeah,
maths.
here we go. 39 points of damage.
Can you describe what it's like as you take this scorpion to -30?
Oh my god.
So because of the nature of the critical, I think Drast swings the hammer like with all his strength, and as he's about to connect, the scorpion brings up a claw to block it, driving the pincer into its own face through the back of the head.
And that is so factotum. It's not brute force, it's complete strategy. It's just
Yeah.
when to hit as you utterly decimate the giant scorpions on the 3rd layer, technically, of the inverted ziggurat.
And the next level is water again, isn't it?
Yeah, you can see below the water on this level doesn't appear to be flush to the top. It looks like there's a 2-foot gap. And you can see, yes, there are.
Can we see
what
how
look
deep
like-
it is?
It's about 8 feet of a 10-foot
So we
gap.
still have to swim, but we can breathe.
Yeah.
Potentially.
Do you want another spot check?
I'd love
Both of
another
you.
spot check.
Whilst Drast does the spot check, Spit Take will pat at Whelm in Drast's hand and say, "Love hammer." Remember, they both decided that they were going to love the hammer.
Yes.
You've
You see pretty much in exactly the same place mirrored, there is another lever. Very much like on the
the one
previous... Yeah. Like there was one up there.
Do you see there, Spit Take? Another lever to pull.
Would you mind just flagging where it is again? Sorry, Mike.
Yeah.
I think a bit too zoomed in.
Oh.
There we go. That'll be right. Yeah. Oh, it's right there.
Well, in the
But
level below you.
You can't get to it without going through there.
Oh God. We
Devastating.
do the same thing again? Or we fish?
How would you like to fish?
We open the hinges and we drop a net or a line.
Yeah?
They must be hungry. Perhaps we can tempt them with some bait.
We do have all this scorpion around us.
Spit Take gleefully rubs his hands together and begins welching bits of fried scorpion fresh from the sear. Yes, and we'll bundle it into one of the 2 nets he collected.
Nice.
And he will.
Wait, one more thing before you put that. I've got a little nasty surprise to put in there. And he puts some caltrops into...
They must have been in there a long time.
Well,
They must be hungry. Do we tie it to something?
I don't know what there is to tie to.
Spit Take will point to himself.
Probably not.
He then points at you.
I don't think so.
DM.
We've lost him. I'm gonna go to just level 20. Just
Level 20. It's so rare that it doesn't happen to me these days. So I think I'm going to also become level 20. But I'm also going to raid the extra dimensional magical supplies shop and get all the magic items as well.
Yeah, same.
what I did there back... Oh, sorry.
One
Can you hear
moment.
me, Rob?
Your audio is gone a bit funny.
Let me do a refresh.
You sound better now. That it might have just been me, to be fair.
How is that?
You're a little quiet for me.
Dom?
You're good
Fine
now.
for me.
Yeah, you're fine. You're exactly the way you were now. That's odd. Let me quickly make a note of that.
I had to check something in a new window, except I didn't open a new window. I did it in this.
You silly sausage.
There we are.
Cool.
Cool.
So if I do that, there you go. You see, it works if I do it the proper way. Anyway, so you're looking at putting some scorpion meat in a net and
With caltrops in it.
with caltrops in it.
Yes. That's exactly the
please.
plan.
Okay. And you're going to try and lure it towards...
Yeah, try and make it come out of the water. If it's a
I don't-
seal-like creature, they can, they can do
Yes, I'm not sure it would fit through the chute, but...
that. Oh, well, okay, well...
I mean, it's about 12 feet long.
I'm still gonna do it.
And it'll be fun.
Yeah, so we'll stand at the top, I guess, and wait and drop the hot scorpion flesh into the water.
So on over
Seasoned with caltrops.
here. Okay, so you're going around to the other side.
Yeah.
Yeah, Spit Take standing over it currently.
Yeah. Is that not where we
This
can
one,
stand
isn't it?
to do it?
Oh, you can, but the hatch is on the other side where Drast has gone. That
diagonally
hat is the
down.
one that takes you to the manticores. There you go. So you open the hatch.
Yep.
Yeah.
Fishing for tadpoles. Hey, Spit.
There's so many stupid things that they talk about. Yes, the tadpoles, yes. Tadpoles.
Yeah.
Hinges. Tadpoles.
This sea cat gives it a bit of a sniff, and then as he then gets his and attempts to eat at the meat, and then after about goes, as you see blood coming from its mouth.
Quick, get some more scorpion meat.
Whose caltrops were they?
They were my caltrops.
Roll me a d8.
I
What a
thought
high.
you were going to say, take them off your character sheet, you've used them.
You can get them back once you can.
One.
That's a shame. So 1 + 1, so 2 caltrops pinch into him. So roll me 2d3.
Wow.
I think they're
That
D3.
could have been really that could have been really bad for him.
4.
4 points of damage as you see blood coming from his mouth. Just like,
And it's like blood in the water. It is all Spit Take. He's like a shark, and he's in there straight away. He's in there.
head first.
Yeah, straight into the water. So he's just going to jump in. He's still got his aqua affinity, so it's like nothing to him. He just jumps in the water and will attack.
Excellent. I will say you can get, because you've reeled it, I'll say you can get 1 action on this sea cat, and then we'll roll initiative.
Okay, so if you'll allow a 5-foot step and an action?
You've dived in. So you've dived in, that's your movement. And
Cool. So he'll land there, and then he will make a blast of cold harpoon-like attacks, and it will be with the weakening breath effect. So please, reflex saving throw 22.
actually has quite a good reflex.
Let's see it then.
Let's see it.
Let's see it.
Oh,
No, I'm afraid
so
not.
close.
No,
So
no,
close,
I'm
with
afraid
quite
not.
a good reflex.
So that's -6 to its strength as the icy harpoon grips its heart.
And with that, I want you all to roll initiative.
Let's bloody go.
It does damage as well, right?
Oh, of course.
Oh, yes, yes.
Yeah. So that's 19 on the initiative. I'll keep that. Thank you very much.
I'll have that.
And that is 3d6 points of cold damage. So 9 points of cold damage and 6 strength damage.
Yeah. So Spit Take got 19, Drast got 12, and the Sea Cats get 14. As Spit Take, you are down, and you just opened your maw, just, and then immediately you go again.
Again.
So it's like,
again.
reload, again, reload.
It's like you got a coughing fit.
It's like a 6-shooter chamber in the back of his throat. Rolls into place. Please make
Well, he's encased in armor.
Yeah. He's just a gun. He's just a walking dwarf
He's a
gun.
living gun.
He's a gun. He will fire the gun again for a
He has
reflex
no
saving
brain.
throw
He
DC
just
22.
has
He's got a gun.
a
Never
revolving.
a brain in his.
Listen, Megatron was a gun, and he did very well for himself.
He did.
He did.
Again, one less. It's not enough.
Yeah, so that is 6d6 points of cold damage. Once again, as another icy harpoon thunks hard for 19 points of cold damage. And I think he'll hold his position there, because if the other one is able to come round, they're not going to get flank on us.
It's now the Sea Cat's turn, and he goes to there. Yeah, that's all he does, double movement. Whereas this one goes. Yeah, as he appears to be fleeing from you, Spit Take.
What? You can't do that. You must stand mindlessly in front of me.
As the Sea Cat's like, blood coming out its mouth.
Whoa.
Harpoons in its chest.
Yeah, to be fair.
He doesn't like it.
No, I get.
That's what they can do. Drast. If you jump in, yes, you're swimming, but there is room to breathe.
Skyhammer to the water!
Sploosh.
Sploosh. As you sploosh in, Drast, can you make a swim check, please?
Yes. $19.
19, more than enough. You're able to... Oh, wrong thing. There we go. You're able to move at half speed when you're in the water, but that's a 5-foot slide anyway, so it's all good. You going to attack?
Yep.
You are at -2 to your attacks if it's a bludgeoning weapon.
Okay, it is.
So -2 to this.
And I will. I'll use inspiration to boost.
Mm-hmm.
Natural 20.
Nat 20. Could you confirm?
Come on.
17.
Oh, it's just a regular hit.
Shit.
And I didn't say it was bonus damage either in my case.
Very upsetting.
8 points of damage.
8 points of damage if you are both on land. Underwater, it is just 4 points of damage,
Shit.
as your damage is halved underwater.
I'll use inspiration to take another swing at it.
Cool.
And I will boost this as well. And I'll boost the damage. 26.
Is a hit.
So this halved. Stupid rules. 1 point more damage.
So 5 points of damage.
That took 5 inspiration to do 9 points of damage.
Oh my god. Costly. Costly.
It's
Yeah.
surprisingly
Oh,
quick.
actually 6. 6.
I will say this, Rob, if you didn't have your aquatic affinity, this would have been a radically different experience.
I agree completely. But as I can
yeah.
use my breath underwater, it's magic.
It is magic.
It is magic.
Actually, a spell-like ability.
It's a spell-like ability, I think I'll find.
It's not full magic, it's actually magic-like.
Isn't it
Not the
supernatural? With
well,
that,
even more so.
we jump back to the top of the round and Spit Take.
Sorry, just imagining Tom saying that in Italy still. I think I'm fine. Spit Take is going to unleash hell, a reflex saving throw 22, as a weakening breath is now targeted upon this one. Oh, you thought I forgot, but I bloody didn't.
12.
That is, -6 to strength for our friend the sea cat. And he can also have another gift. The gift of 3d6 points of cold damage. Which is 14 points of cold damage as a icy
More damage than I
spike
did.
plunges into its side.
Excellent. And any movement, or are you staying there?
Holding the position.
Nice. With that, it's the sea cat's turn. The one away from you is staying over there. This particular one in front of you, however, there's two of you, so let's do this fair. Odds, Dom, even, Spit Take. Spit Take, Drast, you are safe. Spit Take, your armor class is 19.
It is.
Two claws come at you. And this is with reduced strength.
Oh, yes. Yes.
Possibly a fumble.
Fumbo.
It's a fumble.
Fumbo. Rolling up.
14, I think.
Just a fap it.
It might be enough to stop him for the round. Yeah, DC 20 or full prone. His dex is... He goes in with this claw-like fin and completely spins himself on the spot as he corkscrews on the spot, unable to complete the rest of his turn. That is him. For all intents and purposes, he is on -4 to his armor class because he is prone. Even though he's just spinning on the spot in the water. That is his turn. Drast.
Yes. Will.
Could
take
I have
two
a
hit.
swim check, please, off you?
Oh. I think it's 2.
Time to use that boost of yours, eh? Or have you done that this one?
Yeah, I've not done it for swim. That is good. I will add my inspo
This
to
looks
it.
like the last water level we're dealing with, at least in this area, so may as well.
21. Good
Yes.
use of it, I reckon.
Easy. As you're able to maintain your footing, and as such, you're able to maintain your footing, maintain your buoyancy and your composure. You're able to attack effectively.
Great. I just need to see if that costs me inspiration. It probably does.
I don't think it does.
It does.
No, it does. It's normally if you do it out of combat, though, it's irrelevant.
Yeah. But that's fine. It's worth it for a hit or two. I'm gonna hit it. I can't boost it. Exactly, I think. What do I get a bonus to this? Were you saying, or is it?
What have you got earlier, which was plus? Oh yeah, plus. Well, he's on a -4 to his armor class, so just
Okay.
roll your stuff normally.
-2.
Yeah.
17,
That is a hit.
and then a second attack. 17.
That is another hit.
Great. 13,
13. Okay.
and then I'll use Cunning Surge to get an extra standard action.
Nice.
So drop another hit on him, and I will boost the damage. I'm gonna say risk it. Boost the damage. 27. Good.
Easy
Oh, get in.
So that is 15 points of damage, halved to 7 again.
I need to try and show this. Where is it? Okay, that's a 15, but my handwriting is terrible. You take it down to 0 if you pull an erasio on it. Describe for me what
having
happened.
halved the damage though.
Ah, you're right. Well, you know how much health it has left then. That is 7. Which means... Thank you for reminding me. I had forgotten that moment.
But I think Drast is using his hammer like a jabbing thing. Rather than trying to swing it, he's just poking forward and just dunk, dunk, dunk.
On this thing that's just corkscrewing on the spot slightly. Excellent stuff. With that, Spit Take.
Reflex save there, please. As the gold blast comes in.
Nope.
It comes a soaring. The ice javelin cometh. 24.
Spit Take, tell me how you take this down to -16.
This one catches it right in the face, and the ice javelin just keeps going, penning it on the far corner of the chamber.
This sea cat does roll onto its back and then float up, bobbing on the surface, just upside down. Its fins just sort of dangling limplessly, catching in the water. Excellent stuff. Are you moving?
Well, that sea cat hasn't appeared to have made any attempt to come back, so I don't see why it would this round, so it might be better for me to use my movement. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. I'll go there.
Cool.
That's Spit Take's turn.
Nice. The sea cat stays there.
Little shit.
Drast, can I get a swim check, please?
Yeah. Just +2, +10. 17.
17, more than enough. You can move at half your speed.
I'll double.
Nice. Spit Take.
Spit Take will take a free 5-foot step in around the corner. 20, 25, 30. No, he's out of range, so 5. Can I get into range there? So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So I have to get to there, right? Oh no, I can go from here. So he'll go to there, and then he will fire once again. I hate to be so boring, but it is very satisfying as well. Reflex saving throw.
17 is not enough.
I'm telling you, I'm so glad we roll the classes randomly. I would never have found Dragonfire Dead. I have never been more wrong in my whole life. Honestly. 21 points of ice.
Can you describe what happens? This sea cat attempts to flee from you, and you just shoot it in the back and absolutely...
I think, because he comes around the corner, so I think he sort of just like... Almost like sideways comes into view like this, and goes dunk, and like it's like he jumped with double guns, but it's just like a blast of ice out of his mouth, and it just catches the thing. It turns as if to flee, but then the ice spear just catches it straight in the neck, and finishes it quickly.
Do you remember? In one of my older campaigns, when Valdane used Fly to go down a tight tunnel, we said he nargered it.
Yes, he
went
nargered
like a snake, end stick play.
Yes,
That's how I imagined him to go around that corner then. Just head first, and the body just tightly following behind.
Yes, I like that. A nod to Valdane's nargering. I love that very much.
Yes. And with that, the sea cat lies defeated. Because there's no risk of drowning, Well, there is a risk of drowning, but I imagine Spit Take will be able to get to the switch.
Immediately over to the lever and we'll hoik it.
You do, and
Hoik.
as you hoik it down again, it takes about 30 seconds to drain this place. And you just see the bodies of the sea cats just as they then just sort of deflate onto the floor slightly as they land down.
Spit Take didn't get touched then.
No.
No, I don't think either of us did.
No.
Drast almost got a crit. I want it to be a crit.
I know, that was so upsetting.
But you've had one this session already, so it's a good thing.
That's true.
Yeah. It's fine.
There'll be another. There'll be another.
Yes, there will be. You can see a hatch ahead of you. You can also see the two manticores are eyeing you up.
They're like, oh, wait, next.
They're just watching at the shoot. They look ravenous. They look hungry. They are eager for some fresh meat.
I feel bad for them. They've obviously just been left in here. Like, that wizard has a lot to answer for. Manticores are evil creatures, but you're only going to make them more evil by treating them like that.
Yeah, we should probably kill them.
Yeah, we should probably kill them. Spit Take will look to the trapdoor, and his smile behind his mask is ever broad. And well, he'll look to Drast and sort of just like shrug, like, same again.
Why not?
Why not?
Give it a little fishing excursion part 2.
They're just staring right at us, so this isn't going to be surprise round, is it? they're just watching. They're like, come on then. Right.
Oh, yes.
We're also not in a narrow corridor, which I feel has served us previously, so yeah. Spit Take will go, hinges, and we'll go down the trapdoor.
Oh, I should do.
Yeah, when Drast gets to him, that is.
As you land in, this terrace is littered with gnawed bones and deep grooves in its stone walls. They bear silent testimony to the wrath of some beast that resented its confinement. Or should we say some beasts? As the two manticores are just immediately, like, ready to pounce on you. We jump straight into initiative.
10.
Oh.
14.
ST 10 DS 14. Manticores, however, for your sake, I hope they don't go first. Oh.
Uh-oh.
Manticore.
Maybe it's a good thing that we did well early.
To make up for the poor.
The manticores are immediately on you, and they instantly unleash upon you, Spit Take, with a barrage from their tails. The first one here on the left flicks his tail at you as 6 large spikes come flying towards you. Your flat-footed is 17.
Yeah.
First, miss. Second, hits but doesn't penetrate your armor. Third,
17, that hit me.
oh, I'm so sorry. You're right. Yes.
And that one does.
So 2 hits. 4. That one does. Third
3.
one. 4 hits from there. As I'll roll them all at once. And then you can just
well,
subtract,
yeah, but I need to. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah.
8 off this.
Yeah.
As of this spike barrage, you take 27 points of damage.
-8, so 19.
19. Yeah.
Oh.
He no longer has any spikes.
Oh. Sharp.
Literally just shop. I was like, shop.
Sharp. I did the shop.
They do. Healing.
Charity shop.
Charity shop.
Charity shop. That's a very deep in joke.
That's
Right.
Yes. Deep cuts.
Deep cuts.
No time. Move on.
The other manticore, eager for flesh. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
Oh. You big. You big.
He comes in with a claw on you. Just the one, because he has moved. 24 is a hit. You take... Oh, you're lucky. 8 points of damage from that swipe.
So 6 points of damage, yeah.
Very low rolls, which is a good thing. For you, that is the Manticore's turn. Drast, you can go down, but you will have to lose half your movement, essentially, getting over Spit Take. So, for all intents and purposes, he's difficult terrain.
I might as well just delay until his turn.
Yeah.
I'll do that.
I mean, so I'll shift the initiative then. So it's now Spit Take and then Drast. Spit Take, you are full of spikes and you've got a gash that's kind of just cut through some of your armor. What are you going to do?
Spit Take will staggers back, like he drops down and he's about to say hinges when do like he just gets machine gunned by these spikes and like slammed against the wall and like near falls to like a knee and then looks up and goes, "You shall be fascinated." Oh, and he begins laughing, almost in a sing-song like way. They need to make a will save of DC 17 or be fascinated.
Just checking, it does affect magical beasts.
You tell me. It is. It is mind affecting. So, if
as
immune...
per what? Is it like a spell?
As per the fascinate spell.
Oh,
Not fascinate. Sorry, what's it called?
charm? No.
No. You know what we.
Hypnotic? Not a hypnotic pattern.
I'm so sorry. Yeah, it does have a actual spell name, doesn't it? I'm looking for it. Oh my god, where is it? Enthralling voice. Make nearby creatures fascinated. And the fascinated effect. It's just it just gives the fascinate effect, which is a fascinated creature is entranced by a supernatural or spell effect.
Yeah,
Creatures
yours
stands.
all enemies.
Yeah.
Oh,
The
wow.
creature
Okay.
stands or sits quietly, taking no actions. So they're both going to sit quietly if they fail the will save of 17.
I mean, if you hit them, it breaks them out of it. But we
Yeah,
shall see.
we'll go into that for sure.
The one closest to you fails critically, and the one who fired all of his spikes at you, both of them, just take a moment to just sit and just watch you. It's a bit unnerving.
Amazing. So it takes -4 on skill checks, listen and spot checks, for example, and it is allowed a saving throw when a hostile action takes place, basically. So the moment we start attacking one of its mates, for example, it will get a new saving throw.
Any potential threat gives it a saving throw. Any obvious threat breaks it. So, yeah. If he attacks it, he snaps out. If his mate's been attacked, he'll get a check. Cool, great. But at this moment...
Oh, and then a free 5-foot step out of the way. As he just remembers, just in time once more.
Almost like a lion that's sort of just watching you.
Licking their lips. But they're weird because they have like half human faces, don't they?
Yeah, they're not quite lion-esque. There's something a bit odd. It's
so grim.
And these particular ones, as I said as well, you look above you. This is a 10-foot high room. These creatures, their wings are ill-deformed because for however long they've been here, they've been unable to fly anywhere. But with that, Drast, you halted and then...
Now let's not be too hasty. I see a door through which we can escape without needing to put ourselves in any further danger.
We can certainly do that. Is that what you want to do?
I'm just saying there's no need to overly exert ourselves if we don't need to.
It doesn't give a duration.
It's as long as you're concentrating, isn't it? And then for X amount of rounds after?
Yeah, I believe so.
We could just scupper.
1 round per level, and then 5 rounds after.
I don't know where you're reading that.
I googled it. I googled enthralling voice.
Not sure. Oh yeah, I suppose I need to be speaking so then
Targets must have hit dice equal to or less than your cast level. They do.
Oh, that's lucky. I didn't realise.
It's okay. Yeah. So long as you're constantly doing it, you can hold it for 9 rounds, and then 5 rounds after. If you let it go, it then lasts for another 30 seconds.
I think we might have to come back the way we came anyway. So I would argue it might be better.
Like a pretty easy way of getting them again.
It's a pretty easy way to
looking at their save. I think you'll get them every time you try to.
So just do this again on the way back.
Could do.
Yeah,
it's an option.
Sure. Why not? So
hinges.
Just walking through, chanting towards.
Yeah, he's just gonna keep doing it. Yeah, so I guess that means we'll be able to move to the door.
Mm-hmm. You move to the door. Should I go this one? You go to the door and... Well... You enter the corridor, and for this, I'm going to have to pick you up. I'm going to step you down as if you're moving through the corridor, but it's going this way for the time being. Mm-hmm. This chain, like a thin mist, fills this hallway. Though it doesn't obstruct vision, it creates a rather eerie atmosphere. So much so, could you both make a will save?
Oh.
Yeah, I'm gonna use cunning insight to boost my save.
Is it a spell effect?
Oh yeah.
We get +2 to spell effects.
Yes, you can get +2 on this.
Yeah.
22.
24.
Okay. Yeah, apart from this place feels quite eerie. You move down the corridor and there we go. Yeah. There you go. As you reach a door.
Oh.
Oh. Shall we?
Spit Take will nod. Yep.
Let's go.
Ow. Can I open lock, please, Michael?
You can.
Can I check to see it's not trapped?
This is Black Razor.
Why?
He kept it here.
Why did he keep it with you? Why not just keep it down here without you here?
I don't know, but maybe it's some sort of sick joke on his part. I don't know. He's a weird individual.
Do you have a connection to that blade?
No, it's horrible. I don't even really want to touch it. He lifts it awkwardly, for a halfling to lift a greatsword, and starts to kind of pull the blade out of his scabbard. And it seems to shine like a piece of the night sky filled with stars.
Oh.
That's wrong. I don't like it. And also, I can't get it out of here anyway. I don't know. I've been stuck here for ages. Can we go? I'll come with you. I'll help. I gotta get out of here. You can have that. It's yours.
What are you hiding from us?
Yeah.
You're hiding,
I ain't hiding anything.
Something. Yes, you are. You're hiding something. Now you'll tell us or we'll leave you here.
Do you want to give me a spot or a search?
I'll do an intimidate.
Spot or search?
I'll do a spot then.
I'll do a tumble.
I'll do a tumble.
Okay.
34 for search.
7 for spot.
Wow. From Drast. You know what looks really weird about Fensek? His clothes almost like they don't look like clothes. It's like skin. It's whatever this is hasn't been executed completely effectively, shall we say. It's almost as if someone has thought, what does a halfling warrior look like? And forgot to add the little layers of depth. It's like painting without shading. There's just something not quite right.
Why don't you put that sword on the floor. Kick it over.
I can't kick this. It's too heavy. I'm small.
Just pop it on the floor then, and then step away.
Sure thing. Fensick puts it back in the mahogany case and closed the case. As I said, it's yours. Can we go? Just
Get him, Spit Take!
Spit Take, without a second thought, is going to blast forth with his breath weapon.
Okay.
Do we catch him by surprise?
Well, he'll still get a reflex save.
Oh, yeah, that's fine. Okay, so yeah, he gets a reflex save of 22.
Turn.
Yes.
Cool. So Spit Take lets forth a blast of entangling power.
Oh.
As the entangling breath erupts forth, catching hold of Fensek in a vicious grapple, locking him down, and it also does 3d6 fire damage.
Mm-hmm.
For 11 points of fire damage.
Nice.
You blast and you see these enthralling flames wrap around Fensick's legs as Fensick looks down and a much deeper voice goes, "Oh shit." As Fensick, in surprise, seems to stretch out as an ogre mage stands before you as his disguise utterly failed. As I need you both to roll initiative.
Incredible. Oh, shit.
Drast, you've seen this ogre mage take shape. His legs still enthralled with fire. However, it is your turn, so what do you do?
I'm sure I've heard of something like this before. One of those old stories. I'd like to try and identify what we're facing.
Ooh, what is a giant?
A giant, you say?
Knowledge. It's not Arcana. It's not Dungeoneering.
Nature, I guess.
Nature?
Yeah.
I guess Nature.
Yeah.
I don't have that list in front of me, but
It's alright.
let's
I've
go
got them
knowledge
all.
nature.
They're all the same. So on my.
Consistent.
Yeah. So yeah, touch your stories. 25. Shit.
Yes.
Yeah, ogre mages are known for having great physical proficiency, but also, as the name suggests, these only are great with using some spell-like abilities, always designed to be tricksy. Some being able to turn invisible, others being able to do other abilities. But with that, what do you do?
Well, I'll take a 5-foot step. And then a full round of attacks.
Uh-huh.
And I will put my inspiration into damage on this occasion.
I
Yep.
believe you get a bonus because he's grappled as well.
Is it +2?
Or he has a minus. I'm not sure, to be honest with you. I just know you do.
An entangled creature moves at half speed, cannot run, and takes a -2 penalty on all attack rolls and a -4 penalty on dex.
Oh, nice.
Is
Good to remember. Yes, so yeah, I guess -2 to his AC.
Well, roll it up. Whether he has any dexterity. Well, yes, he would, because it still goes into minus.
great. So, yeah, and he's flat-footed, isn't he? 28.
Is an easy hit.
Cool. And then the second attack, I will just, yeah, because he's flat-footed. 13.
That is fortunately a miss.
I didn't actually say that I was going to put it on damage, but I clearly was, so I won't pretend.
Fair enough.
I'll take 2 inspiration to have done that. So 16 damage.
Oh,
And I will try and take as much advantage of him being flat-footed and grappled and all the rest of it as possible.
yeah.
And I will use Cunning Surge to get an extra action,
Yes.
which I will add to the damage again. Assuming a hit, 21.
Easy hit.
Fantastic. So another 16 points of damage as Drast just starts smacking him in the shins.
In possibly one of the most anticlimactic moments, he doesn't even get a chance to react. How do you kill?
Oh my god!
Fensek,
Serious?
by his actual name, Kesnef.
Kesnef, of course.
Just reversed it.
Of course.
It's the wrong
anagram.
anagram.
God.
Classic.
Classic.
Yeah, so he's so big, so the first strike, he smashes him in the knee, and his knee buckles, which brings him down to one knee. The second attack, he hits him in the stomach, doesn't do any damage, but it just brings his head down to the right level, to which just smacks him just straight in the face.
Oh my god, well.
And dwarfs are
Smashing
adept
his face
at fighting giants.
Yes.
Say that.
They are, I was going to
And
say we get a bonus to our AC.
Bonus,
Mm.
and also, Whelm is good against giants as well, eh?
Yeah,
Well-
one of the
Once awakened.
awakening.
It says fight giants and goblins with it, and you have just fought a giant with it, so something might have changed.
Actually, it says here, the ogre mage encounter fulfills the Against the Giants legacy ritual for Whelm, as
Yes.
Whelm seems to hum and glow just a little bit brighter than your hands.
Oh.
It enjoyed that. You, Dom, have acquired the feat Least Legacy Whelm.
What's that?
Well, I'm still trying to figure this out because Least Legacy gives you the option to use any least ability that Whelm has. The problem is, Whelm doesn't have any least abilities. So I think you need to use and unlock its other ability to then get all the benefits of Whelm.
You have to kill a goblin with it.
You have to seek out a group of goblin marauders with 30 or more hit dice collectively
Oh god.
and defeat all of them.
To be all of them, oh god. Okay. That's a shame. I mean, I guess you've unlocked part of it, but
You have unlocked part of it.
Halfway there.
And yes, in what I personally feel as a DM, when I looked at his health, I was like, that surely can't be right. But yes, he is a
Yeah.
relatively low hit point ogre mage.
Considering I've been conditioned by Rob to expect grin levels of frustration.
Yes.
From Ogre Mage.
Yes. And then, yes, suddenly everything seems to make a bit more sense. Everything in this room is designed for a large character. And everything now, realizing the large chair, the large hookah, the large divan. In fact, looking up behind you, there is a large greatsword hanging above the door, which you never got a chance to collect.
And Black Razor handily in a case, so we don't have to carry it ourselves, I guess, if it's an evil sword, so they claim.
Well, it'd still be in its scabbard, even if you took it out of its case. So, yes. But
It appears we've uncovered our second weapon. Spit Take. Job well done by both of us, I believe.
Yeah, it was great.
Excellent ambush.
Yeah. We ambushed the ambush, yeah.
Oh, very fine boy.
That's
like the end of an episode of a shit TV series where they just laugh at a shit joke.
Credits start coming up.
But they're still laughing.
Yeah,
freaking.
audience laughter and canned applause. Amazing.
Is there purpose in searching the rest of the room?
Yeah, let's do it.
Mm-hmm.
Let's shake this place down.
I can just say you take 20.
Yeah.
Take 5, then.
Take 100.
Take 5. Take 10. Whatever you fancy. Where is it? So I was looking at the wrong thing. There we go. You find in the room, yes, Black Razor is very much a great sword here, and we'll come to that in a minute if you want to do any knowledge checks on it to discern what's going on with it.
I know weapons. I worked with a forge.
Okay.
Didn't you build hinges, Spit Take?
Oh yeah.
Within the room, however, although stuff here looks relatively plush, it's not really of good quality. I mean, they don't have any value. It's just they look nice, but they lack some. Except for one tapestry, which strikes you as being very nice. Granted, it's quite heavy. It's about 30 pounds. But you reckon you could sell it for about 2,500 gold?
Cloak.
Or wear it as a cloak.
Cloak.
And then there's Kesnef himself.
Let's rob him.
Although
Take off his shoes.
Take off his shoes.
Actually, there are two things of value on his person. For one is his mithril chain shirt.
Hello.
That is a +1 mithril chain shirt. However, it has a magical effect on it, which means it can automatically resize to any humanoid form. Which means if you were to sell it, you sell it as a +2 mithril chain shirt.
Oh, wow.
However, it is a +1 mithril chain shirt to be worn, and on his feet are some really nice slippers. And knowledge arcana on them to discern this.
I'll do knowledge arcana, but you can do it too if you want.
You do it.
20.
These are slippers of spider climbing.
Oh.
When worn, a pair of these slippers enable movement on vertical surfaces or even upside down along ceilings, leaving the wearer's hands free. Your speed whilst using is 20 feet. Severely slippery surface like ice, oiled or greased surfaces will make these slippers useless. But otherwise,
You just
they're good
walk
to be
on the
worn.
wall around
Yep.
the slippery.
And the slippers can be used for 10 minutes per day, split up as the wearer chooses.
Oh, okay.
I swim, you climb.
Okay.
Climb to the sky.
To the sky. Hammer.
There's a hammer in the sky.
Drast, do you want to give me a knowledge history check to see if you can garner any information about Black Razor?
Yes. History, I'm not so good at, so I'll add my level to it. I don't think I've done that yet with history. $22.
Ooh, I can give you that and that. No living being can positively identify the material from which Black Razor was crafted, because the sword comes from another reality, now long dead, whose physical laws varied from those defining the multiverse known to today's sages and planewalkers. In the dying days of that reality, the wizard Caraptus brought the weapon out of its native multiverse and into his own. In truth, Black Razor's current form is not its true shape. Originally, the great sword was a living creature, a native of the strange multiverse Caraptus visited. Through a strange ritual practiced by the denizens of that dimension, Caraptus bent first the entity's will, and then its form, until he had the weapon he desired. And that's all I can give you on a 22.
Wow, that's
Currently,
so rad.
There's more, but it acts as a +1 great sword. You also know one of the rituals to bring out the power of Black Razor. It is said that whenever you were to deal a killing stroke with it, you would hear faint whispers coming to your ear. But they say that the first thing you remember from your stories that you have read is that Black Razor first must be subjected to dominating the blade, where you must anoint Black Razor with special oils to stir its spirit to life temporarily, then defeat it in a contest of will. To do so, you must meditate uninterrupted for 1 minute while holding the blade, then make a successful DC 15 concentration check. You can't take 10, nor can you benefit from any skill modifiers except those derived from your own ranks, ability scores, and feats. If you fail, you gain 1 negative level. If you fail by 2 or more, or by 5 or more, or the ritual is interrupted, you gain 1 negative level and must immediately repeat the contest. Any failure ruins the materials used to anoint the blade. Removing the negative level takes 24 hours. And it also requires a DC 15 fortitude save. It would cost you 1,500 golds worth of oils to produce such a ritual.
Gosh. I'll just relay that information pretty much word for word to Spit Take.
We must find the oils.
Would you like to wield the sword, Spit Take?
Yeah.
Do you have the gumption to bend it to your will?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah. I really hope that we find some of those oils in here, because I would love for us to have us try that. I think it's such a shame that these modules have these cool weapon missions.
Mm-hmm.
I think we should at least give it a go.
It's
but we'll
one
see.
thing we haven't tried often are legacy weapons.
Oh, it's such a cool idea. We'll talk about that in the end.
Yes. At this point, however, what would the two of you consider doing? Would you consider falling back?
This seems like a really good place to rest. We're guarded here, so if you need to rest, we could both do with it.
Yeah, just for the health, if nothing else, to be honest.
Fair enough. In that case, you cushion up with the divans.
The big sofa.
Maybe
Take a
you
half
enjoy
each.
the hookah.
Yes, the hookah.
And it is at this point that I will say that is where we will leave our dwarven duo for this evening, as when they awaken, they will attempt the final passage of White Plume Mountain. Now, we as players may know what awaits them there, but to our dwarven denizens, well, they will only find out next time on Let's Dig Up. And with that, as always, I turn to you, our faithful players, and say, thoughts on the session? Let's start with... You know what? We've done roles for everything. Odd, I'm going to start with Dom. Even, I'll start with Rob. Rob, what are your thoughts on the session?
So to continue what I was just saying, then that first of all, it's not going to be in any order, but it's great. The idea of the actual missions that you have to undergo to grant the power of the weapons is really cool. And that will definitely, like, if you have a magic weapon like that, it's all very well to find a magic weapon, but to actually earn its capabilities, I think, would make it feel even more personal to a player character, to a player as well. I think it's such a cool idea. So cool that
it's a great plot hook.
Yeah, like we did a little bit of that with Art Feudatier and a campaign that wasn't broadcast, and we also did the same with Ergomax, another campaign, but that wasn't broadcast, but not to the specific. You have to kill this amount of people with it to make it work, or something like that, which is cool. I like that very much. So I love that. I really enjoyed the challenge of the inverted ziggurat. I like that a lot. And what I didn't enjoy was how lucky it made me appear, because like that worked so well for me. It was like an embarrassment of how effective that was. I didn't even really think about it, and I was like, oh, and it also allows me to do that for 20 more hours. I think, Mike, you must have thought, for fuck's sake.
To an extent, I was going, okay, cool.
So
fine.
That was an embarrassment of preparedness, if that is such a thing. And it was, it made me think, oh my god, they're going to think I looked ahead to know that this was the case. I promise you I didn't. So I enjoyed being able to swim around and harpoon people. And of course, as ever, I love the dynamic between the pair of them. I dearly hope that all of these characters that we've been making in Lex to have a life after this in a way, in some way, because I think they're all great, but these two in particular I've very, very much enjoyed.
Yes.
So that's my thoughts.
Excellent. And then Dom.
Yeah, like you were saying, the there's so much fun with these two characters. I just really enjoy playing them and like just chatting shit occasionally, just seeing what what they'll come out with is so much fun. Because there's less pressure to really like be serious or
just
stay on topic particularly.
Mm-hmm.
It's something I'd like to maybe try and get the essence of in other games as well, because I feel like we get very focused on our mission, to the detriment, I guess, of sort of chatting shit.
Yes.
I can't even remember what class it is. Dragon Fire Adept, is it?
Dragon Fire Adept, yeah.
Mm-hmm. They're just great, aren't they? Like,
amazing.
I think this one particularly suited Rob's build today, but I think any level, any sort of campaign, they're gonna shine, aren't they? They're quite flexible and powerful, and it's a really cool class.
They're powerful. They can just keep sustaining damage and also then negging them as well. Like the either entangling them or weakening them is great. But that, I think, is going to cap out soon, and I think we've yet to see we know how insane the factotum gets. I think you're like halfway there at the moment. Even more so if you had spells.
Yeah, I feel like my I'm not giving the factotum its full run around. I need to look at the spells and stuff.
It's quite funny though that you're
putting combinations together.
I will say this:
they're quite complicated, aren't they?
They are, yes,
quite complicated. There's at the top level, they basically do everything from every class.
Yeah.
You kind of got to prepare for that. So there's a lot of micromanagement that comes with them.
Yeah.
But I reckon you've got one more session.
Any closing thoughts from you, Michael, before we sign off?
I was always concerned when I read this module because that room, that inverted ziggurat, I always thought, God, you've got 2 rooms where you can drown. Well, 2 levels where you could drown. 2 where, and even if a scorpion stings you, and it's poison, it's constitution damage, which then means you're not going to have as much breath to hold on the next one against the sea cats.
Yeah.
And I was, when we started this session, going, I think this might be it. And then all of a sudden, Spit Take comes along and goes, I can do this.
Do.
I went, oh, okay.
Yeah, Spit Take really shone, didn't he? Bless him.
Very much so. And it's nice to see how you've reacted with them. And absolutely, I think if these characters make an appearance, these weapons almost seem too nice to let go, really, don't they?
Yeah. I think black razors, and of course, like we've always said, we're playing Let's Dig Up, not only to bridge the gap between games, but also it is genuinely really cool to like explore the material of that was available for at least this edition of D&D. Black Razor, I think, is a famous weapon that has shown up in a few iterations, but to hear its origin of how it is from a dead multiverse, that's insanely cool.
I will say there's more to learn about Black Razor. And
we're learning it. We're definitely, whether the characters succeed or not, we need to say what it does. I'm so curious.
That's down for there's a couple more, there's several DCs you have to meet, and if you hit the DC, you unlock that bit of knowledge. So there's a couple more with Black Razor that you can learn. I think you learned everything about Whelm.
Yeah.
Yes, you did. 2 sessions ago. But when we come back next time, I'll be intrigued to see if you can figure it out. And as you pursue the final legacy weapon, Wave.
Yes.
lots to look forward to. I am intrigued to see what happens with the last one. To which I turn to you, dear viewers, and I say, as always, please like and subscribe. If you haven't already, click the bell and all that. And yes, in the chat, if you've done this, because I know the earlier iterations of that particular room, I believe, did not have the clear tops to those, so you could actually hop over them, or you could, I believe, like throw creatures out and down. I believe. But have you had to do that? Have you succeeded in that? Have you thrown it against your players? Or would you have done something different? Would you have butchered the manticores or fed caltrops to a sea cat? One of my highlights of the session, I believe. And all that, I think, is left to say, as always, as we finish off, is bone them rolls.
Bone them rolls.